You're listening to The Boxing Voice.
It's showtime! Welcome back, boxing fans. Blood is good. Blood is emotion. Too much blood coming out of the eye. Blood is a story, a drama.
Deep gas, blood pouring right into his eye.
Blood is what we want to see in terms of passion.
Blood streaming now from the cut in the eye, the nose, the mouth, the cheeks swollen, and he's still calm.
What we want is a bloody good fight tonight. We have Heather, the Heat Hardy. Is this you?
This is me. I think I need to talk to you every night because you make me smile and blush over here.
Never been a lame-o, never been a lame-o. Yeah, I love the trip. I'm okay.
You're serious? You're serious?
And that's the good thing about UK. That's why I can't hate on them guys, man. They love fucking boxing.
No fighters in England. They all bums.
Did you hear what this idiot just said?
Yo, son, you're gonna get your ass beat by Molina, son.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's overrated.
Do some pushes for me right now.
For the interview?
Yes? Let those your hands go. Get out of here, Bert. Go home.
What next?
You want the table started for free. You got even running. You want the table started for free.
BoxingVoice.com.
This is why we use the word sensation.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice. We're going to continue in our normal fashion and bring you, the streets, basically. Everybody's here to give their opinion. We've been watching All Access. We've been following the press tours, all the numerous comments out there. Every piece of this fight that we could soak in, we have been doing that. And finally, we're upon that date. Saturday night, Floyd Mayweather Jr. steps in the ring, 46-0, looking to become 47-0 versus Maidana, and it's gonna be a good one. I'm sure it's gonna be a good one, man. I can't wait to talk about it. Can't wait to chop it up. So 646-478-3068. Press 1 if you want to call in. Remember that this is gonna be the last show that I can even remind you guys about the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Glove giveaway. I will tell you that, it is the luck of the draw, but some guys have been going pretty heavy, But don't forget that we have this glove, and we're going to be announcing a winner on Sunday, right during our post-fight of Mayweather. Hopefully we get a lucky winner and someone gets their glove and they're happy. And if you don't know how to join that, remember, go on over to theboxingvoice.com, click on the donate button. $1.40 gets you in the runnings. You can donate however much you want, and it will be divided into $1.40. The 40 cents goes to PayPal, of course, and the dollar to us to buy more gloves, to have more autographs for you guys. So once again, Mayweather Jr. signed autograph glove from us to you. iTunes reviews, man, I didn't pick anybody today, which sucks. I'll probably try and get one in between a call, dip on over there, and definitely, get a review so we could talk about. But you guys should remember
to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Because it's important, man. Of course, as I say it all the time, you guys are the fuel, man. Without you, we're nothing. And, the love that you guys show us, the audience that we've been able to build up through the years, it's notable to these people. And we're getting the access that we need, and we're doing the interviews that we need to do to keep you guys content, man. So you definitely need to head on over to the YouTube channel and check out that Peter Quillen interview, man. I'm pretty sure a couple of guys are going to call in and talk about that just because some of the stuff that Kid Chocolate said, man. But check it out, man. Go check that out. It's an interesting interview. He's basically talking about why he vacated the title. Just doesn't, make sense. But if you had the Boxing Voice app, which you can get for both Android and iPhone, it's going to look awesome on that new iPhone 6 that I'm going to get, that 5.5. But definitely you guys should have that because stay up to date, man. Stay up to date. Last but not least, I do want to tell you guys to follow us on Blog Talk, simply because some of you guys are probably listening to us right now for the first time this week, and that's because you don't follow us on Blog Talk. All you got to do is head on over to blogtalkradio.com/The Boxing Voice Radio. Click on the follow button. You're going to receive one email anytime I schedule a show and whenever that show goes live. So you can use that as a reminder, because if you don't know, you're not here. And if you're not subscribed to our iTunes, then you can't even hear it the next day. You could always go to YouTube, use TuneIn, Stitcher, YouTube, Blog Talk, and of course iTunes are the ways that you can listen. But if you want to participate on a live show, a spontaneous live show, like we did one, I think it was Wednesday, and it was on Mayweather-Maidana All Access episode 2, which was a good episode, and we reviewed it. It didn't go exactly according to plan, but it was pretty good. A lot of people enjoyed it, and I'm thinking about doing episode 3, but I must say episode 3 didn't really do it for me. But again, man, just for your continued support, head on over to theboxingvoice.com/affiliate sponsors, and if you need to, use one of our links if you're going to buy something from on it, or if you want a free book from Audible, you could get it using our link. Chat room roll call, man, I've been slacking on you guys. What I have been doing is having it open for you at least. But I have been messing up. I keep forgetting the roll call when you guys are the most important, to be honest. You guys are the diehards. You're always there giving me shit, but you're always there, So shout out to, of course, shout out to Cam, as always, supplying the Boxing Voice with, specific sound bites to try and make this show a little bit more entertaining. Remember, call-in number is 646-478-3068. And we're going to get right into it after this little message, because this particular show is brought to us by Cam, of course. So Cam, he's got a Kickstarter campaign started for, this rapper called Scorsese. So I'm going to just put this little presentation since we got a little audience. Cam has his own show at the Boxing Coalition, and he helps us out so much. So, head on over to his Twitter or something, because I don't have a link, actually, but I'm pretty sure this audio is going to tell you in a few seconds. But the point is, he's here every show. He's from the UK. It's probably like 4 in the morning over there right now, and he's in the chat, and he's supporting us. So support him back in this movement, man.
He's so cerebral as a rapper. You kind of have to listen to his verses 4 and 5 times before you kind of get what he's saying. The first time you hear it, you like it because of the flow. The second time you listen to it, you're picking up the words that he's saying. The third time you're listening to it, you're kind of deciphering what he's saying, because he's using metaphors and similes, and he's using so many kind of different patterns within his language that you really have to pay attention to it.
What's beautiful about Kickstarter campaigns is that you can go in at a lower level on these things and just literally buy a copy of the album, but for a very small price, you're being part of making something happen for one of those people that really is gifted.
It gives the project a foundation that's not based on having a major label. In a way, it's 2 fingers up to the machine, isn't it? In a way.
I want the album. I want people to understand what we know about him. I want people to hear his music and see just how amazing an MC he is.
A little later, I'm going to play a clip of the music. I don't want to do it right now since it's the beginning of this show. I want to let a couple of more people come on because, again, Cam supports us. Let's support him and his friend, because I just read in the chat it's actually his friend is the rapper. So the point is, we all need to support each other. So many other people out here, they always breaking people down, man. We need to build up. Speaking of breaking down, man, remind me of that, because actually we're going to get right into that, because, again, people don't know how to get ahead in life without putting someone else down, and it's totally whack. And that took place in fucking Canada, Jose. You know? What they did to Mike Tyson was out of control. For those that don't know, he was on some Canadian news television studio or whatever, doing some an interview about him meeting the mayor. Now I'm assuming it's the mayor of Canada, but the mayor is also like looking for re-election, I believe. Listen, I was more paying attention to what I'm gonna let you listen to in a few seconds. But the point is, the interviewer decided to take a really negative approach, you know, and bring up Mike Tyson's past. And, you know, in this society, man, so many times you get judged for mistakes that you made. Like, when is it enough? Like, we all know Mike, you know, was at the top, and he ended up being broke and having numerous fucking problems in his life, and he's rebuilding now. You know, he's doing the Broadway thing, and he's got the HBO gig, the special there, and, you know, now he's promoting. Like, man, let that man live. Look, I don't know if anybody cornered on HBO an episode on Kenny Bellis as well as Michael Buffer. The point is, they had numerous clips of Mike Tyson watching or asking him questions about Michael Buffer, and look at his reaction. It's like a reaction of a kid. He gets so jolly and happy, man. Leave that man alone. But this dude, I guess, was going for ratings or whatever, but I'm gonna let you listen to it on your own.
Some of your critics would say, you know, there's a race for mayor. We know you're a convicted rapist. This could hurt his campaign. How would you respond to that?
Hey, I don't know who said that. You're the only one I heard say that. You know what I mean? And I don't have no comment to that, you know, because it's negative, and you're being negative. And I met the mayor, right? And there's nothing they can do about it. So interesting, because you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit.
Hey, come on.
No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit.
You know, we're doing live TV.
I don't care. What are you gonna do about it?
Is it nerve-wracking for you to do something like this, or is it more nervous for you to box?
It's more nerve-wracking for me to hear talking to a rat piece of shit like you.
Come on, Mike.
No, because you're a piece of shit.
All right,
really
we're gonna wrap up this interview. Thank you for coming in.
Fuck you.
I don't know if any of you guys seen the video, but they're all over YouTube. There are millions of videos out already, all getting thousands and thousands of hits. And unfortunately, it makes Mike Tyson look bad. But in this world, there's no consequences for your fucking actions, and people could just do that. You know, he served his time. Mind you, he's never admitted it. He's always kept his stance of being not guilty, served his time. Like, leave that shit alone. Why are you bringing it up? I don't get it, you know, but that's what he chose to do, and that's what I'm saying, man. So support Cam, because like I said, he's always helping us out. All right, so I talked a lot of shit for about 13 minutes. I'm going to get to the callers in a few seconds. I just want to set the tempo, you know, because you're here for one reason only. Mayweather-Maidana. It's going down. Whether Maidana deserved the rematch or not, I mean, Thurman is unproven, so who else was going to fight him? And I think that Garcia and Maidana probably are going to improve a lot. But enough of that.
They kind of believe. I really believe. They think they're good. I know I'm great. This is the first time they've seen a guy give me a tough fight.
And if he believes the first fight was rough, this fight's going to be rougher.
Floyd Mayweather is a living legend.
Chino has the heart, the power to upset the world.
All access coming to you live, baby, from the red carpet of the Estes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for mayhem?
If you believe in your skills like you say you believe in your skills, how much you ever make it for the fight, I bet I beat you. Go on inside, let's make the bet. That's what I'm talking about. I put this whole card.
Man, a lot of things happened in that press tour and the build-up to this fight. The All Access could have swayed you, so I'm going to just jump right out to the streets, man, and start taking calls right away because phone lines are jam-packed. Once again, 646-478-3068 is the number you need to call if you want to get it off your chest. 407, you're live. Who's this?
What's going on, Ness? It's Boxing MD from Gainesville, Florida. How you doing?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Not bad, not bad. I guess I got a few things to talk about. I mean, are we just? I guess jump right into it. I guess first thing is, I really believe that Floyd Mayweather being, Floyd Mayweather acts all the time like the hate and the not love is, it doesn't affect him. But I really believe this, not being able to read is really going to hurt him as far as his confidence level. This goes as far as the show. In an article, he says something like, how me, myself, I do, because something about not being perfect at reading. I'm not a reporter, and who are you to judge me? I'm not going to go to heaven because God said that I can't read. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen Floyd Mayweather like respond to questions like this. I feel like it's really put a chink in his armor.
Well, I slightly disagree. I was on the conference call with Mayweather. That's probably one of the multiple times that he was interviewed or asked the same question. But when he answered it on the conference call, he basically said, imagine if I couldn't read. Why are people celebrating what 50 Cent is saying? Because you shouldn't make fun of someone who can't read. Literacy is not a joke.
Yeah, but who's Floyd Mayweather to say you can't make fun of somebody when he makes fun of he's made fun of minorities, he's made fun of people's sexuality. Like, I mean, who's Floyd Mayweather to say you can't make fun of me now? Like now he's a victim. Like,
well, I understand your stance, but at the same time, two wrongs don't make a right, and just because he did it, we're supposed to do it back to him? What type of people are we? That's what I'm saying. I just don't get that.
Well, I mean, and there's a difference between making fun of him and being like, holy shit, man, he can't read. Because he's talking like how he goes, there's a difference between intelligence and education, right? I'm sure he said that in the conference call. I didn't listen to it verbatim, but
he said it.
I completely and totally understand that. We're not asking him to do high-level math, calculus, chemistry. Reading is a part of normal society. Like, it's not like you need to be educated to be read in this country. Typically, you know what I mean? Like,
but
it's more.
But you
it's
and you and I both can agree that obviously he can read enough to get through life.
Yes.
Okay, so why are we discussing it then?
But get through life, like how so? Like get through life as far as a boxer, or like get through life as far as like how he. I mean, I feel where you're coming from, but whatever.
I mean, obviously at this point, he's not just a boxer. He's a brand, and he's fucking a millionaire.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll see after. I guess after the next few years how his life goes. But I mean, I don't have much hope in his after the boxing career because I see a lot of things that I see in his father, and I see how Roger Mayweather ended out. I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion about it. But let's move on from just the drama. I see the fight going. I see it a little closer than the first fight. I'm actually predicting a split decision win for Marcos Maidana.
Okay. Nice.
And I think that's because I see him getting a knockdown in one of the rounds, because I do see him, the whole fight, he kept that confidence level. And when he made that phone call, that wasn't a phone call, it was during a press conference when Marcos Maidana was asked the Adrian Broner question. I know you talked about it in the 24/7. He has that, Argentina machismo, whatever, that he was saying that when he entered no to the Broner fight. That reminded me of, Sergio Martinez when, during the Chavez face-off, where he was asking him, Chavez Jr. was asking him, what rivals have you fought? And he goes, speak. And then Sergio Martinez said, speak back to him in the most demeaning, condescending way. I feel like Marcos Maidana has that same confidence and swag going to this fight. And I could see him being able to keep his pace and, pressure for a little more rounds, and I think that's going to make the fight a little closer, and I do see him possibly getting a knockdown, which I think can make him edge in a split decision win.
I want to ask everybody this question. regardless of skill or anything like that, if you could pick the winner, who do you want to win?
I used to be a Floyd fan, so like I know I'm going to be coming off as a straight hater, but like we all know that once Floyd Mayweather's gone, like maybe the locks on the boxing, it's holding us back, may open up. Like I don't know. Like I don't see anything great for boxing for Floyd Mayweather winning. Like as we predicted, the whole Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather talk was primarily out of somebody started a rumor right before the fight, like it happens before every fucking Floyd fight. Before every Floyd fight, we hear that the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight is in talks, or to some degree.
It's not a rumor because Bob Arum confirmed it, Pacquiao confirmed it. What it isn't is a full-blown negotiation, but the networks, Bob Arum and Pacquiao, have already, sat down and decided that they would work together to co-promote. I mean, you got to stay up to date on the YouTube channel. I put the audio out there. I did an interview with Bob like yesterday, I believe. So he was clear that, they didn't talk to Mayweather camp yet, but that the biggest roadblock is, of course, what they've already resolved, because Mayweather has this contract. So for you to get this fight, either Pacquiao has to go over there, who has a contract with HBO, so neither man could really fight each other unless the networks are on board. And Bob went as far as to say that they're going to do it the way that they did Tyson Lewis, I think. I mean, again, the audio's on our YouTube channel. You guys got to start subscribing and following to these things to stay up to date. I'm working as hard as possible, and I'm trying to get the answers.
I mean, I appreciate that. I don't have time to watch every single YouTube video, but no, I'll get a look, take a look when I get a chance. But two more things I want to touch on really quickly before I get out of here. Have you heard any rumors about the Atlantic City undercard and/or ticket sales for that fight?
No,
I
haven't, but
nothing.
I did hear a rumor, and I wasn't able to get any confirmation on it, but I heard that the Mayweather tickets are not doing good. I'm going to try and find the text. I think it's like a 30% drop in sales. That's crazy.
I mean, it's because I think it's always because the base expense to get it. Like, you could shitty seats, and they're like $500 for, Floyd Mayweather fights. Am I correct on that? Like, just to get in the building is outlandish.
Yep, it says Fox Sports Radio on XM Radio stated that pre-order sales are 30% lower for Money Mayweather fight this weekend than last fight.
Yeah. I mean, I predict the pay-per-view sales. I don't know why people are saying it's going to do a little better because it was a competitive fight. That's only hardcore boxing fans who actually care about that. The pay-per-view, like, they had Adrian Broner and Amir Khan on the undercard. How the fuck are they going to do better numbers this time? Against they didn't really put on. I'm telling you, man, this is going to do about 650 pay-per-view buys, 650,000.
That's
my
a
real
huge
estimation.
dip. That's a huge dip to his last ones that alleged 850 because Guerrero was not known, and Maidana was his first time out, and that allegedly only did 850. They didn't want to release those. Again, I got that face off with Ellerby trying to get that out of him like tooth and nail. But what else you got? You said you had two more, right?
So yeah, just to finish up the AC, the only thing I do know about the AC tickets is that I purchased, because I'm going to the AC fight, and I did purchase a ticket, and when I looked back on the liquidators, the prices for the ticket that I purchased was more than double. I don't know if that means anything, but hopefully that means that the ticket sales are doing well there. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Wow. It could just be an indication, or because we don't have any news on that.
Well,
the last thing is,
I wouldn't be mad if you're right, and that is what happened, because B-Hop is the better fight, right? They're the two best in the division, or two of the three.
Yeah, that's where I decided to spend my money. I live in Florida, and Kovalev B-Hop, I'd so much rather see than Floyd Mayweather and Mayweather-Maidana. And this might be the last time we get to see Bernard Hopkins in person, so the last thing is, and I'm not like trying to like start, add fuel to the fire with this, but just a point that I don't think you guys talked about at all when you guys went to war with the Triple G Ward, who's the 50% or is the 0-50% fight. I think part of the reason that Andre Ward's numbers do better than maybe, I don't know if they're better than Triple G's or as well or whatever it is Andre Ward fights like once every year and a half, and Triple G fights 4 times a year. That's like if you live in a certain city and an artist comes to see you 3 times a year, you're like, all right, well, I might go see him now or then or whenever. But if he comes 1 time a year, everybody's going to be paying attention to him. You know, the news media, he gets all the attention. And that's like the Andre Ward effect. It's like, oh, like now Andre Ward decides to put on the gloves and steps into the ring. Like, I don't know. I think Triple G fighting 4 times a year, it's like expected. So I think that's a factor of the production of the pay-per-view or of the viewership numbers.
Well, all right, brother. Let me get to some other callers here. Well, fight fans, 646-478-3068. And remember, we're doing a lot of spontaneous shows lately, so follow us on Blog Talk. Nothing is going to happen. They're not going to spam you, none of that. You're just going to get 1 email when we schedule a show and 1 email when we go live. Well, Boxing MD mentioned the fact that he feels Maidana may get a knockout because of the activity and things like that. And that's really what they were selling us on All Access, and that's kind of what I'm buying into, the fact that he knows how well he did. Regardless if you gave Mayweather the 2nd and Mayweather the 4th, he knows how well he did in terms of momentum and just overall controlling the pace of those first 5 rounds, 5 or 6 rounds, right? So I think that they're going to work extra hard. I think that he's working. I believe everything that I've seen in All Access when it comes to Maidana. That doesn't necessarily mean that I believe he's going to win, but I believe that he's working twice as hard as he did the first time because he did so well this time.
If Maidana won the first half of the first fight, it was due to the relentlessness of his attack. Now the question becomes, can he maintain that pace for 12 rounds? The more punches he throws, the greater his chances. It's not mere ferocity, it's strategy.
718, you're live. This QB, matter of fact, right?
Yeah, yo, Ness, what up, though, my nigga? What's going on, man?
What up?
Yeah, I got a lot of, I got a lot of stuff to talk about with this Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? I really believe Maidana gonna beat him, man. I believe Maidana gonna beat him. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a close fight, and I believe Maidana gonna pull it out. Mayweather looks stressed out because of that lawsuit. He had his head down. He playing with the water bottle, and he just looked discombobulated in the head, man. His head is just all messed up from Chantel Jackson, man. And he's stressed out about that. And Mayweather wouldn't have never took this fight if he didn't, he took this fight because he think in his head that if the pay-per-view sales going to get greater because of last time. It's a flop. It's going to flop again. I barely think they're going to get 600,000 pay-per-view sales. Only the hardcore might buy it. Other than that, he's a big disgrace, and they paying him all that bread. And I don't even think he's gonna. He talking about he keep on hitting at them like they for them to renew that contract. But how could they renew? They ain't even getting their money back. Last in May it flopped. Now this time it's gonna flop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mayweather just got a lot of issues right now. I believe they making up a lot of stories. When he don't know something, he bringing LB out to say something. LB don't know what he talking about. They just whole campus are discombobulated to me, man. That's my opinion, and I'm running with that. Now, I think Maidana, I don't know if he's gonna knock him out, but and then is he gonna get a decision at the MGM Grand? Nah. You see the commission talking to Mayweather, all these people, man. Listen, he will never get a decision in the MGM Grand unless he knock Mayweather out cold hard out. Cold. And I'm telling y'all, he would never get a decision. He could beat his ass and all that, and Mayweather, they gonna just move on with it. He would never say, And it's gonna be sad because we're gonna be like the hardcore fans gonna be like, damn, this nigga put it on Mayweather, but they still gave it to Mayweather, man. Telling you how it's gonna go, it's gonna play out. Kenny Bailey's gonna be on some other stuff when he get him on the ropes. He gonna try to break the clinches and all that. He ain't gonna let Madonna fight his fight, man. That's my opinion. And you know what I'm saying? Another thing, what I was gonna say, about the Santa Cruz, he fighting a bum. Like, how they expecting them pay-per-view sales to even do anything? And look what they fighting like. And another thing, Ness, man, I heard you, man. I watched that shit with Peter Quillen. And that dude is, man, listen, he's a sucker. And I don't care, man. He's a real sucker, man. Because at the same time, he lying, man. He's straight lying. Like come on now. Like, they told him a hope and a dream. I don't think they gave him no bread. They just tell him, trust me. I had you when you didn't have nothing. I set you out. Al Heyman, man, listen, man. He don't want Jay-Z to fall, man, listen. Peter Quillen, you was asking that motherfucker a lot of questions, man. And he was like, he thought you didn't know what your shit. That's what it was. Now, he thought you didn't know your shit. And you was on that nigga like, nah, it's not that. Look, he so stupid, and that's it, man. That's all I had to say, and I pick Madonna, man. However it play out, I pick Madonna. And that's basically all I had to say, man.
All
you know
right,
what I'm saying?
QB,
about that.
man, as always, thanks for calling in, brother.
Hold up, son. Word.
All right.
Yeah. To all the killers and $100, I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers.
Robbie, you keeping score, right?
Absolutely. And is my audio good today?
You're okay, brother. You're okay. Let's get to some other callers here. We went to did we go to 4? Yeah, I think we went to 47. 804. You're live. Who's this?
Hey, Ness, this is Ben calling from VA. Just want to thank you, man, for the videos you do post up on YouTube. I got to see the Quillen interview and the Bob Arum. And I'm thinking that what the previous caller said, man, this fight isn't going to do too well. This is going to be the first time I'm actually going to go to a bar and actually watch it in a long time. Normally I sit at home, give me a 12-pack, order some wings, and watch it, from the living room. As far as my prediction, man, I'm also going with Maidana. The reason is because I just want him to win. And I'm sort of like you, man. I like to go for the underdogs. And I don't know, man. I don't really have no rhyme or reason, man. I just think, I'm hoping he'll catch him. But I also think he might actually go to the judges. And as far as, everyone's saying he won't be able to get a decision in MGM. A lot of us thought that Pacquiao wouldn't be able to wouldn't have a decision against him in the MGM as well. So, also, as far as the Quillen interview, man, wow, that dude was skating. Just like QB said, man, he underestimated you, man. And I just wanted to get your opinion on what's your gut feeling, when you were doing the interview with him, man. What was your gut feeling that what really happened, and if you think he really is going to be happy? Because now it's that Andre is going to fight Korobov now, and so I don't know, man. I think Killing's going to start getting buried in the back, man, and you're going to watch Andre start coming up and get a little more recognition now. So, anyways, just want to get your thoughts about that. And again, man, thanks for keeping us posted with those YouTube videos, man. You're doing your thing.
Well, thank you very much. And I'll tell you, man, look, you already know I'm a conspiracy theorist if you've been listening to the show for any matter of time. But there's no conspiracy here. I think that what actually took place this time around is the normal. And what the normal is that I need someone to call in and tell me that they've heard of a fighter being unhappy. Andre Dirrell left Al Heyman and he was high and dry. We all know that. I don't have to remind you that he fought in McAllen, Texas, off air, and he's probably only fought 2 times since leaving Al Haymon, and now he's going to be on TV because he's with Al Haymon. So I don't think you cross Al Haymon, and I think that if Al Haymon is giving guys like Danny Garcia $700,000, again, don't think as a boxing fan. I'm answering your question. Don't get mad at the answer. Again, as a fighter, yeah, they probably told Peter Quillin, like, yo, listen, don't take that fight. I'm going to get you the same amount or more. It's just that simple. Because I got 2 interviews. See, everyone loves controversy, and that's great. I don't really care. So do I. You know, I'm digging. Every time I interview a fighter, I'm digging. When I interviewed Pacquiao the other day, he didn't give me shit, and I told him, like, come on, give me something. Like, I keep it real. I don't care if it's Pacquiao. I don't care if it's Mayweather. I'm gonna be me. And I say that to say that Peter Quillin, man, he made it obvious that he's good and that Al Haymon is going to take care of him. He went as far as to say that all that he got from Al Haymon was a handshake and a promise that 2015 was going to be good. And again, his track record. See, everybody's talking shit about Quillin, and that's understandable. I'm not taking sides. But what I am saying is, if you're going to talk about Quillin, put yourself in his shoes and realize who you deal with. And he deals with Al Haymon, and Al Haymon has over 115 fighters. And he's going to control boxing. But I mean, that's what he's doing, right? Is he not pulling the strings? Because, again, I got 2 interviews with Quillin recently. When Jay-Z first won the purse bid, and I got that audio up too, so look for it. When Jay-Z first won the purse bid, listen to how Quillin was so excited to be working with Jay-Z, and he couldn't believe that Jay-Z picked his fight to start boxing promoting with, and this is amazing, and look at what he's done with Kevin Durant, and yada, yada, yada. Go listen to him. Super excited. So obviously, if not Al Haymon, someone told him, this is not the right move, do this move. Now, the problem I have is I have to believe someone said, do this move because you're getting the same amount of money. Because regardless of what he said to me about, oh, but Ness, you got to understand that when it gets to me, I don't get that 1.4. Okay, your point is what? Everybody's still going to get their cut from no matter what you get. So it don't matter whether you got 1.4 or 600,000 for a fight. At that 6, they still taking a cut. So you want them to take it from the bigger portion so that you have a bigger portion. You don't want a smaller purse. I don't know, man. I don't know. But again, Mayweather-Maidana, Saturday night is going down. Let's continue to get back into this because you know, it's Mayweather, man. When he's must-watch TV is what he tells us. But this fight I am very intrigued for.
They kinda believe. I really believe. They think they good. I know I'm great.
619, you're live.
What's up, bruh? It's Ali from Dago.
Ali, what it do?
What's up, man? To this Mayweather-Maidana 2 fight, man, I honestly see this as a 50-50 fight, man. Even though I'm going to pick Mayweather to win because I feel that's the way to go. But I'm really giving Maidana a very, very good chance of winning this fight. And there's another thing I find very interesting. Like, some of y'all might not find anything like with this, what I'm about to say, but off of last week's fight, Lucas Matisse, as we all know, he's from Argentina. He just picked up his 36th victory. And if Maidana wins 1 week later, he's going to pick up his 36th victory. So to me, I find that very, very interesting. I mean, it might not mean shit, but I just find that very interesting. So, but like I said, I'm going to go with Mayweather because he's Mayweather. So I'm just go with him. But I do see this a very, very competitive fight, and I would not be surprised if Maidana wins it. I'm picking Floyd by split decision, but I can also see Maidana winning by split decision. But my final pick is Floyd by split decision. And I want to talk about Vasquez and Mickey Bay. I think Vasquez is going to outbox Mickey Bay, and I think he'll beat him pretty easily. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got, bro. Continue doing your thing.
Well, thank you for calling in, brother. The Vasquez fight, I just hope they don't rob anybody, man. Lately, we've been having fishy-ass scoring cards with Canelo Mayweather. Like, these fights are being scored very funny, man, and that shouldn't happen. But fight fans, quick message. If you don't know, now you know. Of course, we want to be entertaining as far as informative.
As a reminder, the pay-per-view telecast will start at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's 1 hour earlier. An hour before that at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern. You can tune to Showtime for Countdown Live, which will feature a live fight, John Molina Jr. versus Humberto Soto, which is guaranteed to be thrilling. To get ready for all of that, this evening, 7:30 Eastern Pacific, All Access Episode 3 premieres. Replays on Showtime, Showtime Anytime, and CBS Sports Network as well.
Yo, you know, funny thing is about this soundbite, right? I wanted you guys to know that, of course, the fights are starting earlier. If you don't know, if you don't follow websites or whatever, and if you do follow websites, you should be following theboxingvoice.com. Why? Because we're the underdog, and underdogs is who you should bank for. That's why we supposed to fall in love with Maidana, right? So, Espinoza listened to the interview with Peter Quillen, guys. Thankfully, shout out to Steve Kim. Oh, wow, and I almost forgot this shout out. But shout out to Steve Kim for retweeting the interview, and definitely caused a lot of traffic on my timeline because of it. So thank you very much. And Espinoza even tweeted to me about it. So that's good, man. You know, again, it's because of guys like you, because somehow it fell on Steve Kim's lap. So it's because of you guys that these things are happening, these doors are opening. Believe me, this is a team effort, and you guys are part of that team. What I do want to talk about, man, and I'm glad that I kind of forgot, because it's better to talk about it a little later in the show so that more people can know, because this is an amazing thing, especially for a guy like me, you know what I mean? Starting from the bottom, coming from nowhere. So shout out to Coogan Cassius. I cannot believe it. I am so happy for him. This dude, well, shout out to UK Wingy for bringing it to my attention anyway. He made a video on it. But Coogan Cassius and James Helder, I don't know who Helder is. I only know Coogan. I've met him before, and I've watched a lot of his videos. He has the I Film London TV YouTube channel, and basically he's the most heaviest hitter when it comes to YouTube boxing coverage in the UK. So I guess you can consider him like the Ellie of the UK. And this dude got to deal with Box Nation. How awesome is that? That's like the equivalent of HBO or Showtime over here. That's amazing. And he has become my new inspiration and motivation. So Coogan, shout out to you. Your hard work definitely paid off, and I feel that you do deserve it, man. That's official. So that being said, let's move on. Let me see. 917. Did I go to you? 917?
Hello?
Yeah, did I go to you? 917.
What's going on, man? Hey, what's up? Sorry, I didn't hear the buzzer thing.
Did I go to you already or not?
No, I don't think you did, but
Okay.
First time.
Okay.
What's up, man? Just quickly, you know what? I'm gonna go for Maidana this time. I rewatched the fight the other day, and you know, let's give credit where credit is due. We all know Mayweather's the best. He, man, that cross, his right cross, deadly. I mean, it was catching Maidana, especially later on at the later rounds. You know, he was going so hard in the first couple of rounds, and I guess Mayweather knows those tactics. And I mean, he's just gonna have to try to do the same. That's the only way he's gonna beat him. You know, high volume punching. And I think that's what they were practicing mostly during his training. Well, from what I've seen on all the various videos on YouTube. But you know, all the conditioning. That's really what's gonna wear him out. He's gonna need, and like one of your previous callers said, he's gonna need that knockout. He's gonna need that knockout because there's no way they'll ever give it to him. I mean, the guy's, he's on his way to 50 wins. You know, that's just remarkable, man, and that's an accomplishment. But you know, again, he's going through a lot. So it could happen. If it's gonna happen, I think this is it, and he's probably the fighter to do it. Maidana, he's just a beast, and you know, but defensive-wise, he's just gotta watch it, man. I mean, Floyd just knows how to get him. He just knows how to catch him. He's just a great boxer all around. But like I said, I put 100 down, no more than that on Maidana. Maybe if I was in Vegas, and make my money back. It's going to be a great fight, and I can't win. I'm not even sure about all the undercards that are going to happen. I think it's mostly maybe TMT fighters that are going to fight. I believe so, right? But I'm just looking forward to that fight. That's all I got to say.
Hey, brother, before you go, are you a first-time caller?
Yeah, I'm a first-time caller. Well, I called in the other day, but you were on the road, so.
But you got to
I
speak.
guess you can have the sound effect.
Oh, I didn't have the sound effect. Oh man, and I slipped up this time. The chat is giving me shit because usually I'm supposed to do it beforehand, but this is what it sounds like when a first-time caller calls in.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
So your professional debut was today officially because I was on the road for the last one, but I love that you called back. So thank you for being a listener, brother. And we got you down for Maidana. So now these are the rules. I don't know if you've been listening for a long time and you're just a first-time caller, but you made your pick. So if you're wrong, you got to come eat your crow on Sunday.
Got it. I will, man. I definitely will. I love the show. You guys are doing a great job, man. I'll definitely subscribe and put the word out.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Let's get to some other callers here. Who we got? 832. You're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
What's going on, Ness? This is West from Houston.
West, what's up, brother?
Man, what's going on, man? I got two statements to make, and I got two questions about the fight. I'm gonna try to make it real quick because I know it's a lot of people on here. Before I get into that, I'm picking Mayweather to win. The reason why is because I've overheard someone, they said that the last fight was Maidana's best, and it was Mayweather's worst. So if the last fight was Maidana's best and Mayweather's worst, then where's Maidana going to be at Mayweather's best? Would Mayweather go to another dimension and just leave him in deep waters? So this is the reason why I'm picking Mayweather, because I believe that he'd have a lot of stages and phases in his game that he can basically switch up. I do want to ask you this right here. I've seen on Ellie when Ellie was interviewing the Charlo brothers, and they said basically Demetrius Andrade had vacated his title to go to 160 to fight Quillen. Now, did you get that, or can you confirm on that?
Yeah, I'm going to place you on hold and answer your question. Guys, we're going to have to go to drive-by mode, I guess, for just a couple of minutes. I'm getting a lot of text messages. People are getting pushed off because the lines are too packed, and I'm sorry for that. But the more consistently that this happens, then we could always upgrade to allow more callers on. But, you know, the point is, the question that he asked, this is your answer. Andrade, from what I got from his promoter, is not vacating the 154. He's just moving up to fight for Peter Quillen's vacant title versus Matt Korobov. So again, that's a guy that I've been talking about for a very long time. And again, he continues to step up because remember, he outclassed Vanez completely. And he did way better versus Freddie Hernandez than Laura did versus Freddie Hernandez. This kid just keeps proving now. And remember when he was with Virgil Hunter? Hunter wanted him to move up back then. That was the day of the Freddie Hernandez fight. So this kid could easily make 160 and not be a little guy because he's already tall. Remember, he's a southpaw. We're going to see just how good Matt Korobov is, and, you know, Andre would be making some type of history or joining others that have already made it. 718, you're live. Who's this?
Yes, how you doing? My name is Suleiman Oscar. I'm hearing your show. It's a very good show, and I'm picking Floyd Mayweather to win by knockout. I think every single time Floyd fights, you know, the rematch, very few rematches that he has fought, he improved drastically in the rematch. When he fought Jose Luis Castillo, he improved drastically in the rematch, and he's like a machine. He keeps improving. Also in the Canelo fight, he pushed Canelo back. He made Canelo box. He made Canelo feel awkward, and Canelo was he was supposed to be Floyd at that time. So all this hype that they're giving Maidana, unfortunately, I think it's not gonna work. He's gonna give Maidana a whole bunch of different angles that Maidana has that he's not used to. I'm pretty sure he's gonna implement many adjustments that people have not seen. And if remember, Sugar Ray Robinson won 90 fights, so everybody's saying, oh, he's close to his 50th fight, and nobody has beat him. But Sugar Ray Robinson lost to Jake LaMotta. He had like 90 wins. So people gotta understand that he's the pound for pound, and he's gonna keep winning until somebody defeats him.
Listen, we have a tradition when we get first-time callers, but you were so wrapped up that I didn't want to interrupt. So we didn't get your name, so before you say it, just fill in the blank on a soundbite with your name.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
It's Suleiman Oscar. Suleiman
Oscar. All right, well, brother, thank you for calling in. And again, you're going Mayweather, right? Because we're keeping a score. And again, I got to explain the rules. You're a first-time caller. Don't know if you're a first-time listener. But if you are, you made your pick on air. You got to call back in on Sunday and eat your crow if you're wrong.
I will call back on Sunday. I'm picking Mayweather by knockout. Surprising knockout, middle round.
Wow, knockout. All right, brother. Well, let me get to some other callers, man. Robbie, I know you got a tally on that, man. And pretty soon we're going to get to at least tell people a little bit on how those numbers are going. So let me see who we got to there. That was 718. All right. So let me
For the first fight, we only had 5 weeks of training. This time we have full 8 weeks. Okay.
No le están haciendo que no tenga mucho abierto aquí. Que esté más usted.
Chino told me that Floyd doesn't hit hard, that he never throws his punches. Now that Chino told me that, you know, he's not exactly what everybody believes he is, I think Chino's the one that has that advantage of doing better than the first time.
So, do you guys think that that's the truth? Can he do better than he did in the first time? Can he learn things in this short matter of time? I mean, I don't know, man. I really want this fight to be everything that Chino just has that story, man. Like, I'm not a hater, but Mayweather, he's good. Even if he loses, he's good. He's super, super rich, you know? Maidana's biggest payday was his last fight versus Mayweather, and it was only 1.5, man. Like, again, I like rooting for the underdog, man. I like that Cinderella story. I want Chino to be able to win, man. I really do. I really do, man. 623, you're live. Who's this?
What's going on, Nancy? All from Arizona. How you doing?
What's going on? I'm good, brother.
Well, I think I'm going to agree with, I think one of the callers, QB, said that Floyd will probably win, because the way I look at it is it's going to take a lot, man. It's going to normally it's going to take a knockdown, couple knockdowns, or either just a complete knockout, because they're not going to give him a decision. I don't think so. But the key to victory for Maidana is going to be, I think, he's going to have to continue to use the jab. I think that's one of the things no one's really mentioning. Everyone's conditioning is the most important thing, but I think the jab is going to be the most important. You're going to see punch that he has to use. Mayweather's going to do what he always does. And so who am I picking? Honestly, I wish Maidana would win, but I'm going to go with Floyd. But I hope I can call on Sunday and I can eat crow.
I like that, brother. Well, thanks for. Hey, listen. Anyway, thanks for calling in. Listen, for the next first-time caller, help me out here, okay? Let me know right from the gate you're a first-time caller. I play the soundbite. You say your name, get straight into your call. All right? We're going to do that. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, I got to go back to 832. You're live.
Thanks, Ness. Listen, I'm going to go ahead on it, and I got a couple questions. I know you're on drive-by mode. In this fight right here, you know, dirty tactics and the referee, basically everybody's talking about, you know, and it's beginning to be a big issue. What question I want to ask you is two questions I want to ask you. The first question I want to ask you is, do you think dirty tactics affect how a judge score the fight? I mean about this is that let's say Maidana is basically winning the round. Let's say Maidana is great ring generalship. He basically is controlling Mayweather, and he's winning the round. However, next thing you know, he does some type of dirty tactic. I mean, openly, blatant, hit him in the nuts. Let's just say that. Do you think, even though he's winning the round, do you think that dirty tactic would affect the judge's scoring, how he scored that round? The second question is, now I know you do not like excessive holding. I know you don't like that. Do you think excessive holding can be in the category as a dirty tactic? That's it. That's all I want to say.
Hell yeah. Yes to both, man. For real. I hate holding, and this is the thing. I'm going to say yes because the judges are human, but the answer should be no, because regardless of what the judge is seeing in the ring, if the referee doesn't call it a point deduction, the judge can't let that reflect on his scorecard. He can't fucking cheat. It's cheating. It's black and white. You can't do that. And people do that. They go according to different things when there's rules. They just have to be enforced. Holding is a fucking illegal move. There's a rule in place. The referees need to enforce that rule. The problem is when a referee does, he gets slain like he did in D.C. in the Con Peterson fight. Because say what you want about the hat guy with the hat and the fucking Cinderella that left her slipper. Fuck all that. Amir Khan was pushing. He was pushing the entire night, so he needed to get a point deducted. Chavez, Rios, they needed to get a point deducted. Not just fucking Chavez. Rios was doing a lot of bullshit too. They was both like two high school kids is what they look like, or elementary kids. Fucking wasting our time when we trying to watch boxing. 760, you're live. Who's this?
What up, man? It's KT from Inglewood. What up, Ness?
Chilling, brother, chilling. Talk to me.
Yo, I thought I was going to come up in here and be one of the few, but I got Maidana by split decision real quick. I think what's going to fuck Mayweather is what almost fucked him the first fight is that's his lack of punch output, his lack of activity. I think he's going to be too defensive. He's going to move around the ring too much, and I think that's going to fuck him over with the judges. I think that all these motherfuckers talking about Maidana can't get the decision and shit. I think that shit's overrated, real. You know what I'm saying? I think if Maidana gets the 7 rounds, then the judge is gonna give him the 7 rounds. So all he got to do is keep up his aggression. I think he's gonna get the fight, man. Maidana by split decision. Remember my name.
Now, did anything that you seen on All Access, like the training, the little footage that you was able to see, whether that's on an Ellie setback video, Did any of that influence your pick into thinking that all Maidana has to do is win 7 rounds and keep the pressure on him?
One thing that really did kind of influence me is just Mayweather, dog. Like, at this point, I think him and Pacquiao, whether they bullshit you or not, they can't get up for just any fighter the way they would like a Canelo or a Bradley. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it's another fight to him. He's up there in age. He just don't look the same to me. He look a little slower. Obviously, Roger on the pads. Roger, you know what I'm saying? He dealing with his health issues. Mayweather just looked like he shot to me, dog. So, and then Chino looked determined. Like homeboy said that call earlier, Chino got that swag on him. So I just feel it. I feel like he gonna pull it off.
Well, all right, brother. We got you down for that. You already know Sunday, man, in Inglewood, all the way in Cali. I remember when I first started, I was dying to get you guys to call in. So thank you for being from where you're from and calling in, brother, because we're based out of the East Coast. What another caller had said was the fact that this fight is going to be dirty, and seems like those are the intentions.
This is the first time they seen a guy give me a tough fight.
If he believes the first fight was rough, this fight's gonna be rougher.
Floyd Mayweather is a living legend.
Chino has the heart, the power to upset the world.
All access coming to you live, baby, from the rare carpet of the Estes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for mayhem?
Yo, I'm going the extra mile with this shit. You know, these little sound bites. I hope y'all don't think it's corny. It's because I'm really excited. I let myself go when watching the All Access and just believing in Chino because, again, I like rooting for the underdog. It would just be huge, man. I mean, and remember that part in All Access when they, I think it was Garcia was telling him, like, yo, if you win, then you choose how much money. You choose what fucking gloves he wears. Like, they want that. Look at what Robert Garcia was saying. He was like, man, I need this win. Yo, to him, it's not even about Maidana. He wants this win just as bad as Maidana. Just as bad. So they're both motivated, man. And how could you not believe in that? Fuck it. You think I care if I get the pick wrong? I would rather bet on that long shot and get it right and feel happy about it, man. I like boxing. I still love boxing. You guys that say you love boxing, but you're bitter every fucking night, you need to get a life, man. Get a fucking life. 414, you're live. Who's this?
What's up, Ness? It's Scotty from Milwaukee.
Scotty, what's up, baby?
All right, so Robbie put me down for Floyd. My head's got to pick Floyd. My heart wants Chino because I hate Floyd. The way I saw the first fight, one of two things happened. Either one, he was getting his ass kicked the first half of the fight, and then he figured him out, he adjusted, and then he dominated more of the second half of the fight, pretty much the second 2/3 of the fight, basically, because I had it 8-4. So either that happened, or the second thing is, like he wants us to believe, that he let Chino beat up on him, that he purposely stayed in the pocket and fought with him, and then adjusted the second half of the fight to his fight and just did his thing. So either way, Mayweather figured him out by the second half of the fight. There's no way Maidana wins 3 rounds this fight. I got it 10 rounds to 2. That's my prediction for Mayweather. I don't even think it's going to be close. I hope it does 500,000 buys or less so we get a real opponent finally. I like Kenny Bayless, good referee. I wish it was Steve Smoger, so he'd let him fight on the inside and stop breaking them up every time they tie up just a little bit, because I think that's what boxing needs, more referees like Smoger. Hopefully the judges get it right one way or the other, but I don't even see a chance for Maidana. I think I don't even think the rematch should have happened, in my personal opinion.
All right, Scotty. Scotty being very mean, but real. It's his opinion. It's his opinion, and he's right, because I think I scored it, I don't know, I would have to check my card, but I either had it 6-5 or maybe I had it 8-4. I think I gave Maidana the first 5, so I think I had it 6-5, I remember. 7-3-2.
Yo.
Dream, turn Turn the bachata off, player. And let's get this right here.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
Yeah, man. This fight, it ain't gonna do. Ain't nobody watching this fight. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people have been saying, man, and it seems kind of unanimous across the board. Ain't nobody watching the first fight. Ain't nobody watching the second fight, man. I got people asking me every day, or you know, because they know I know boxing. Yo, Mayweather fighting? When is that fight? Who he fighting? The guy he fought last time. Oh, you seen that fight? Nah. You know what I mean? That's it, man. Once Mayweather and Pacquiao leave, you know, you guys are really going to see that it's game over for boxers, man. You know, it's going to be, you think it's a secondary sport, a third place sport now? That shit is going to be like sumo wrestling, man, once those two guys are gone. It's going to have a public, like everything else that is profitable business, but it's going to be an even smaller number than now. It's getting smaller, 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 smaller in the United States. You know what I'm saying? In other countries, I don't know. In Europe, they still like their boxing. You know, they got a lot of people out. But over here, man, if you don't do what the fans want, fans are going to stop coming, man. Fans are going to stop watching. And that's what they've been doing over the years with boxing. But as far as the fight goes, if Maidana does what he did last time, I believe he won 75 last time. If he does what he did last time, but for 12 rounds, he should win the fight. Mayweather, you know, let some of the things they said get to him and tries to be over aggressive. Maybe, you know, he'll give Maidana an opportunity to knock his ass up. And, you know, we can all go to bed happy. I know I will. But, you know, let's see what happens, man. I'm going to watch the fight, and I think Maidana's, I hope they're not playing to box Floyd and to be a little faster and lighter like they're saying, because then that shit is going to play into Floyd's hands. You know, Maidana got to be Maidana. That's all he got to do is be Maidana, but do it for 12 rounds. You know, and maybe within the course of the 12, he'll knock him out. You know, I know I'm going to just watch the fight. I got $25 on Maidana. You know, I was kind of believing he was going to win until I seen him practicing for speed and all this other bullshit. You got to let Maidana be him and be that clunking power punch that he is, man, because this guy is just a hard hitter, man. It's a shame that he can't wear, you know, the puncher's gloves, but it is what it is, man. I mean, he wants that payday, so he got to do what Floyd says. But, you know, let's see.
But
as far as anything else in boxing, I could care less. Peter Quillen garbage. Fuck Jay-Z. I don't care about Al Heyman either. You know, if Algieri Pacquiao, that's a joke. You know, Pacquiao gonna do what he want without Jerry. Pacquiao probably won't even train and still win minimum 7-5. That's not training. You know, that's not an opponent for Pacquiao. Let's just be clear on that. But as far as anything else goes, yeah, boxing. You know, I'm just, it's almost out the window for me, man. I'm almost done watching. But all
right. That's sad though, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. You guys gotta just enjoy it, man. It is what it is, man. This is what we got left. 626. This is Nelta, I believe.
That day,
yes, indeed.
For no particular reason.
Okay, so that was an
I decided
accident.
to go for a little run.
What was that?
That was one of
Damn,
my.
Ness, you losing it. We gonna have to cash in on you, son.
Yo, that was one of
have Al
my.
Heyman write up the contract right now.
That was one of my sound bites for the Laura episode because I knew everybody was gonna be saying Laura was running. So that was some Forrest Gump for you.
I got you. Nah, man, hey, but we got some fights tonight though. Just wanted to throw that out there real quick. You know, Golden Boy card starts at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. Luis Ortiz versus Latif Coyote is the main. Juanma Lopez versus Jesus Cuellar is the co-main. And then you got Josito Lopez on there, Jamal Charlo, I believe, and Errol Spence, the future, son. So that's going to be a nice little card right there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fights. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Is there anything televised tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Yeah. Isn't that Fox Sports 1? Let me see.
No, tonight is Fox Sports 1, man. Yeah, tomorrow I don't see nothing on ESPN's schedule.
No. Wait.
Yeah, I think you're mistaken tonight's card for tomorrow, dude.
Yep. I'm looking at Thursday. That's Fox Sports 1. Then Saturday. Yep. No, it's not gonna be televised. That's
hey, but I don't know if you saw that fight from yesterday in Thailand between Runrang and Arroyo, man. Runrang got away with a lot of dirty ass shit, man. That was some dirty shit. Like, people want to call some certain fighters dirty, man. That was some straight up MMA shit that Runrang did to Arroyo, man. He fucking body slammed him. He elbowed him. He was clinching like Khan plus Brooke plus Klitschko all in one. It was pretty incredible. I mean, it was a good fight, but I mean that was pretty nasty. And Arroyo really should have got the decision. It was a split decision that Runrang wound up winning. You know, basically by 2 points. But it was an ugly way to win a fight, man. And it's a damn shame because I wanted Arroyo to bring that shit back.
Nelta, I gotta cut you off, dude. I haven't heard from this guy in forever, and you're talking about some dudes I never even heard of, and I don't want to keep him on hold because he's all the way in Africa, and I've been dying to play this fucking soundbite.
Get him out.
Yo, motherfucker, where you been at?
That's right, motherfucker. Can you hear me?
You sound like shit, but we'll take it.
Oh shit! Is it better now?
Yes, way better, way better.
There we go. How you doing, guys? Is everything good?
We missing you, man. That's how we doing.
Excellent. Now that you're here, man.
Oh shit, man. Let me tell you something. I'm not in the best mood, man. I'm not in a good mood. And I'm telling you, I'm so glad to go through because I've been trying for a while, man. And you know what? I got to start by giving you all what you deserve, guys. Naz is doing a great job. Beeb is awesome. Vic, I'm telling you, man, even James and this other kid, man. Okay, he sounds like he's a grown man, but his voice is like a kid voice. That guy that talks like he's constipated, man. Love that kid, man. He's doing his thing very well. But you know what? I've been listening, man, to the show prior this one, listening to a lot of callers talking about what they think is going to happen in this second fight, Mayweather-Maidana. And I've heard so many people, man, talking about how close the first fight was. I've heard people talking about how good Maidana looked, how frustrated was Floyd, how good was Chino James, how critical is Kenny Bayless in the next fight. I've also heard so many people saying that they think Maidana won the first fight and he's going to pull it again in the second fight. I also heard you, Nez, man. I heard you say that you do not think Maidana is a dirty fighter. You said you think he's a rugged fighter, you know? And that's actually where the bottom line of everything starts for me, you know? Because I've got to get this thing right, man, you know? Now, if you think about this whole thing, right? If you think about this whole thing, most of you guys are hypocrites, you know? And I say it again, most of you guys are hypocrites. And right now I'm going to tell you why I think most of you are fucking hypocrites. So what you need to think about now is the fact that all of you guys judge the fight round by round because you are sick and tired of the bullshit happening in boxing. And boxing has always been the sport controlled by groups and unfair men that are very influential because of the heavy pockets they have. If you want to argue with me again, if you want to argue with me, you have to go to the history of boxing and research about guys like Paul Cabo, whom control guys like Kid Gavlin, Johnny Saxton, and even himself, Sonny Liston. So when guys take pens and papers and take all these smartphones applications and start judging the fight, I understand. Now I'm getting to the point. I know right now I'm not making no sense. Okay? Now, we all fucking got this fight, like I said, and the reason why we do it, so that if these boxing lords like Al Haymon and all of those guys can fix the fight, we can make calls and celebrate the real winners regardless. Now, you watch the fight of Mayweather and Maidana and call it a slight win for Mayweather or a draw, and some of the guys even thought that Maidana won the fight. But you need to think about this, and please now listen carefully. If you own the scorecard, if you did not deduct not even a single point from Maidana in the first fight, then it's unfair, because this is the same guy that tried to fight with boxing gloves with less pads. And I'm about to explain why I think it's irrelevant. He tried to do that, and I know that that stuff was approved by the commission. But the same motherfucking commission members who have never taken not even a single punch in their whole life, and they are being controlled by all those dirty people like the Paul Cabo of the past. Now, Chino, whom you call no dirty fighter, threw a low blow in the round number one, a low blow at the end of round number one, intentionally. And he did sneak it in a very awkward way, body almost upright, with no movement, so that Tony Wicks cannot see it. That is dirty, and it's only point number one. Point number two, in round three, the same Chino grabs Mayweather's left hand and tries to bend it in the elbow, just like Canelo did the other day. And Tony Wicks sees this one, and he gives him the first warning. Round number four, motherfucking Chino lands a punch below the belt, and it's the third foul, and it's the third foul, and you've seen it. Round number five, the same guy, he tries to leave Mayweather at 1 minute and 37 seconds of the round. Round number seven, Chino hits Floyd with a low blow, and that's foul number five. Round number eight, Chino hits.
Okay, Molly Bangwe, we get your point. You're proving that Maidana fought dirty. But you got to calm down, because no one is understanding you. I'm reading in the chat, and they are not understanding you. So you got to just calm down just a bit. I know what we love about you is that you get excited, but because of your Skype connection or your microphone, I don't know, you just sound like you're inside of a bathroom.
And how is it now? Is it still bad?
No, when you get excited, it starts to cut out.
Okay, got you. All right. Anyway. So my point is, if I were to be given the opportunity to count all the fouls, it will be 7 fouls. And I'm not talking about rapid punches, and I'm also not talking about the headbutt that he tried there. Now there is something, right, that I don't understand. Boxing fans that keep on judging the fights while they are seated on their tables and watching boxing. The guys, they will judge the fight regardless. But when it comes to big commitments like taking a point away, they will never do until the ref does it in the fight. And it's unfair. If you are judging the fight, take full accountability. And when the other guy is doing the dirty thing, cut down the points. And this guy I'm talking about, he has already done it 7 times. I've counted. Now, his trainer, Garcia, himself did say that you got to keep it dirty. And that shit is not acceptable. And after the fight, in the post-fight, Mayweather talks to this guy. He says, we can do it again, as long as you're not going to hit my dick. And this guy, not even denying or anything, he says, okay, as long as I will be using my gloves. So think about it. He is running away from a foul he committed, and he is just like justifying himself with a statement that is relatively a statement of cheating.
Molly Bangwe, I could fucking play devil's advocate to that. He's coming in rough because Floyd always uses his fucking elbows and forearms.
And I've got the answer for that one too. It's not like it's something I haven't thought about. I've got the answer in that one too. You need to understand something here, Ned. You are talking about the guy that was actually arguing with the TMT guys about the gloves. We did not get the opportunity to touch them gloves and see if the pad was low or what. We watched it, but the things that we can actually go even in court and say we're raising our hands, we've seen it. We've seen this guy hitting Floyd so many times below the belt. We've seen him trying to knee him. We've seen his corner or have them saying, keep it dirty. We've seen him trying to bend his arm. We've seen him trying to headbutt him. Now, looking at all those statements, what is the likelihood that the TMT team was actually being realistic when they were saying that these motherfuckers were trying to use the stuff that is not acceptable in that level of boxing? To go back to elbow, which you have mentioned, Mayweather has been a problem in few fights using that elbow. But we need to remember, we have never seen him hitting no one with his elbow. It does not necessarily mean it is not a foul, but hear me out. He extends his elbow inside.
Yeah, he doesn't choke you with it either. He doesn't choke you with it. He doesn't put it right at your throat and push forward with it. No, he doesn't do that.
And please, let me explain the reason why Mayweather's elbow is always coming out, because people think he does it because of dirtiness. No, it's not. Hear me out. When he puts his elbow, he extends it, but his hand is actually right on his chin because he's a defensive fighter. While he's pushing his opponent away just to get enough leverage to throw the right hand, it happens automatically that
Mali Bangwe, you're lying to yourself. He uses the left forearm and elbow to create space. It's illegal.
That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying.
It's illegal. It's illegal. Don't justify it. It's illegal.
I am not justifying it, Ness. I wish you could hear me out, because that is the next step I was going to talk about. I am not justifying it. It is bad. And if it's bad, it needs to be actually taken care of by the ref inside the ring. But I have never seen Mayweather using his arm excessively to the level that it wins him fights. It has never happened.
Mali Bangwe, of course you've never seen him use it to win a fight because it's only used on defense. So when the few times that his opponents decide to attack, you see it. And the rest of the fight, he's blanketing fighters 8-4 or fucking 9-3 or 10-1, 10-2. Like, you know he only uses it on a defensive fighter, especially a guy like Maidana, the way that he used it on Victor Ortiz, the way that he used it on Ricky Hatton. Any guy who's going to come at Mayweather is going to get the forearm. You're lying right now, bro. Like, we're going in circles with this shit.
I don't think I'm lying, and I would ask you a question. The fact that you are saying that he's using the arm and you are saying he's defending himself, and I agree with you, do you think that it's okay for Chino to fucking hit his dick 7 times? Is that fair? Are you saying, okay, then it's fine, the boxer, then what's the need for the ref inside the ring?
Yeah, we all know who the ref is gonna.
The fight must be clean. All I'm saying, the fight must be clean. And I am sorry, under Queensberry rules that are acceptable inside the ring, there is no fucking Chino Maidana that will beat Floyd Mayweather. As long as the fight is fair and is coordinated well, because I hear a lot of shit people saying that Kaylee Bayless will actually hold Chino Maidana because he's the one that will make him not fight the way he fights. What the fuck is he supposed to do if the guy is hitting the guy under the belt so many times? I know you are sort of like seeing me as a liar here, But you yourself, man, you did say that you do not see any.
Yo, listen. If Mayweather doesn't pull on Chino's head, put a forearm in his throat, put an elbow in his chest, maybe Maidana's punches don't sway under the belt. Nelta, you're still, hold on, Mali Bangwe. Nelta, you're still on. How many times, I mean, look, I'm not even trying to defend Chino because he was dirty. He was dirty versus DeMarcus Corley, but how many times has he been deducted a point, Nelta?
I think he was deducted 2 against Soto Caras, but I think that's the only one I really remember. But I mean, they were both really dirty in that fight. They were both hitting after the bell the whole night. Yeah, that shit was like a street brawl.
Yeah, I don't know, Mali Bangwe, you got to get to your point on this one.
Well, my point is, you guys have been looking at this fight unfairly. Floyd Mayweather is not going to be beaten by Chino, and the first fight was not as competitive as you guys think it was, due to the fact that the guy was being fouled. I box and I know how it feels when you take the punch in your dick. It is very, very, very distracting. And the mobility and everything, it takes it away from you. And all I'm trying to tell you guys is the fact that... What's that?
Floyd hit Maidana a bunch of times too.
Are you telling me that Floyd hit Maidana under belt as Maidana did? So I did not see Floyd hitting him. Is that,
well, I mean, I'm not
what
trying
he's
to say it was
saying?
intentional.
My
I'm
point.
just saying that, you know, when you're throwing punches to the body, sometimes they stray low. And Floyd hit Maidana a bunch of times too. But I mean, it's part of the fight.
Let me tell you about the premeditated punch that goes under the belt, the things you should look to a fighter when he's committing a foul. Let me just tell you right now. When the fighter is hitting below the belt, when his body is upright, straight, and he's not moving, he throws it awkwardly, not moving the body as if he's digging the body. He is fouling intentionally. The reason why his body is upright, straight, not moving, is because he doesn't want the ref to see it. And Maidana has done it. If you hit a guy like that, just like Bernard Hopkins, you are doing it deliberately. Anyway, enough about that bullshit. I think I'm done with it. I think I'm done with that one. Just to go back to boxing. The thing we should be asking ourselves right now about the second fight is the fact that besides Maidana's dirtiness, what are the instances when Maidana was successful in the fight without committing the dirty tricks? That's the first question. The second question we need to ask ourselves is, can he do that and sustain it for 4 rounds? Then there is a third question, which is the most important question. When Maidana was effective in the fight, was it due to his creativity or was it due to Mayweather not doing what he was supposed to do at that point? I am not defending no Floyd here. I don't even give a care about him for the matter of fact. I'm just talking boxing. Maidana was landing most of his punches when Floyd was in the rope. He did not penetrate by all of his punches. He would get there and there, but most of them were bouncing off his arm. Did we see Floyd himself in the corner, not knowing what to do or how to come out of the corner? No, not at all. Floyd stayed in the corner at times because he wanted to. I do not recall any moment where Floyd was trying to move out of the corner, but he couldn't because of Maidana. That means if he comes back in the fight with the right mentality of being where he's supposed to be, outside the pocket, and box this guy, already that is a winning progress. Because Maidana outside, I've seen 2 clean punches. One was the overright arm. I think it was round number 6. Beautiful punch landing to Mayweather's face. But other than that, I'm telling you, he is deflated. He cannot do a thing. Now, this fight, guys, let's not be hyped. This fight is not as close as we think it was. This second fight is not going to be exciting and amazing as we think it's going to be. Floyd does have all the solutions for this guy. Floyd can run away from the ropes. Floyd can box this guy. We even saw Floyd walking this guy back in the late round. And this thing that this fight is one of those dead even, it could go either way. It's bullshit. It is not the case, and that's what I'm saying. I have Floyd winning this fight decisively, not because of Kenny Bayless, not because of the hype or anything. Maidana can come in with all that fucking momentum he threw in the early rounds. Guess what? As long as Floyd stay outside, and he can stay outside, guys. This is not a matter of but Malibongo, he can. No, Floyd can stay outside. He displayed it in the early rounds and in the late rounds of the fight.
Well,
and I'm sorry. Say it now.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, that's the obvious that Mayweather is gonna do what he has to do and box like he did versus Canelo, but you have to believe that some of that was because of Maidana, that he didn't just walk himself into the ropes. And again, if you believe the notion that Maidana worked harder this time so that he can sustain that level of intensity for 12 rounds, then yeah, I can see why people are picking Maidana, Malibongwe. I don't see why you don't see that.
Well, Nev, it's not like I don't see it, but what I'm saying is, even though Maidana in the early rounds was throwing so many punches, Nev, you are a educated boxing fan. I know that. Watch the fight again, please. Look in the close. Look close, you will see. He was not penetrating as much as the MGM and everyone was excited. Let's not say that as if this guy did show the blueprint what he needs to work on. I still say Maidana still needs to prove what he needs to do to beat Floyd. It's not like he showed.
Malibongwe, I agree with you. He fought sloppy and a lot of his punches didn't land, but that's the point of the rematch. What he did was so rough, so crude that they're molding him now. Like, that is the sell of the rematch. He got an opportunity, and with his pure brutality, he did that well. Because regardless of what you're saying, you can't say you didn't give him at least 3 or 4 rounds.
I gave him 4.
Okay, then. So now he's got. So listen. So now, right now he's got an 8-week training camp.
For the first fight, we only had 5 weeks of training. This time we have full 8 weeks.
Okay. No les consenso que no tenga mucho abierto aquí. Que esté más que usted.
Chino told me that Floyd doesn't hit hard, that he never throws his punches. Now that Chino told me that, he's not exactly what everybody believes he is, I think Chino's the one that has that advantage of doing better than the first time.
So that's the question, right? If he already doesn't respect the power, and he already sees what he did wrong, granted, same goes for Mayweather. Mayweather knows, like you said, I can't be on the ropes. I got to box him like I did Canelo. But that's the intrigue of this fight. Just because Mayweather has a better track record at making adjustments, it doesn't mean anything. Like, you can pick your winner, but enjoy the fight. Like, you're mad right now because people are picking Maidana.
I am mad because of dirtiness that I'm appreciating. I am mad because people keep on saying that's the best strategy to fight this guy. I am mad because Mayweather himself, even though he sounds like a cat outside the ring, this guy has been experiencing a lot of shit. This guy was actually low blowed by Zeb Judah. You know what Victor Ortiz did to this guy. You know what Cotto did when he was lifting this guy almost outside the ring. You've seen it all. You've seen it all. And we keep on saying, this guy now, all of a sudden, that he cannot be beaten fairly inside the ring. We want to fight him with axes, bows, and arrows. And we keep on saying, it's okay. That's the beauty of boxing. While the other guy is consistent consistently throwing punches under the belt. It's unfair.
Well, Mali Bangwe, I got to get to some other callers, brother. It was a pleasure.
All good.
It was a pleasure, man. We're glad to have you back. Let me see. 732. I did that 62. Okay, 240. You're live. Who's this?
Yo, Ness, hold on a sec. Ness, you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
Yo, baby, this is the Gringo. I haven't called in a while, but I've been listening every week and shit. Just haven't had a reason to call lately. That's all. But I think Mayweather. I got a question for you, real quick. On the All Accesses, right? I mean, they're showing Floyd showing his ass and stuff, and not really training, and not really doing his, normal hard work and all that kind of stuff. Do you think they're doing that shit on purpose to make it look like, he's not focused on his fight as he normally would be and what they normally would show?
I disagree. I think that they show him working at his hardest. I think that they are trying to emphasize that he is working harder for the rematch.
I mean, it just seems to me, he's always around his lady.
They haven't really shown a reason much.
Say what?
What's that? Go ahead, Nelson.
I know. I was saying they haven't really shown a reason much. Like that's what I'm curious about. Like to see what he's doing with a reason.
He's doing nothing.
I mean,
he's doing nothing with Ariza. I told you that like 3 episodes ago. He made that clear. Ariza's not getting a check. Ariza's not getting a check. Ariza is there to cause controversy. Can't you understand that? He's there.
But, I mean, what's the controversy of hiring somebody that somebody else fired?
The whole PED thing that comes with Ariza. It's controversy.
Okay.
The guy that said he's cleaning up the sport, the guy that said he's cleaning up the sport and also was accusing Pacquiao when Ariza was with Pacquiao. All right? Okay then. So now you're working with him.
So why would he? Yeah, exactly.
But that's the point. It's for publicity. It's for publicity. They want you to listen. He did it. He showed you on All Access. But if you listen to the conference call, he's never done nothing with Ariza. Nothing.
Well, he stretched him out and stuff like that. But who knows what?
Somebody putting their hands on your back is not considered fucking working out.
Yeah, that's true. I'm with you on that one. I don't care about Ariza.
I think Floyd is so slick that he probably called Ariza the same way that he was inviting. Wasn't he inviting Robert Garcia and Rios to some fight or something like that? He invited somebody. Don't forget, this is what he does. So I'm pretty sure he invited Ariza and then said, "Hey, take this picture real quick, but use my app." That's what you guys are failing to realize. Use my app. Don't put it on Instagram. Use the Shots app. Come on, man. This dude is intelligent, man. He's intelligent.
Well, the reason I'm asking that, right, because, I mean, normally Floyd wouldn't surround himself with a bunch of people that are smoking weed and just partying like that. It just doesn't seem like that was his M.O. prior to all this. The fights before, you never really saw all that, And I'm just wondering, is that just for the show, or is this just how his lifestyle is now? Because that's going to go into how I pick this fight, to be honest with you.
Well, Gringo, we are on drive-by mode, so give me your pick, and what I'll tell you about that is you should be following us on Blog Talk. All you got to do is follow us on Blog Talk. So then you.
Well, actually, I'm on the app. I'm on the app right now. I'm in the chat room on the app. That's what I use as a chat room. Okay. We all on here talking about a bong way. That motherfucker, you couldn't understand 18 words he said. He was reiterating the same thing. Anyways,
well,
I want to see Maidana win,
hold on,
but I got Mayweather.
What I was trying to make is, had you been following us on Blog Talk, you would have known that we had the show where we talked about that last question.
Oh, I heard the show.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I heard that show. I heard it. I listened to it. But yeah, no, I'll tell you, I'd like to see Maidana win. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd like to see Maidana just work the shit out of him. But I mean, I just can't bet against Floyd. Floyd is Floyd. I can't do it. I just think this fight's going to be a little bit easier for him just because he knows what he's getting into now. Just like the Castillo fight, even though I know for a fact Castillo whooped that ass the first time they fought, my opinion. But anyways, all right, put me on hold. I'll holler at you.
All right, brother. 647. 647, you're live. Who's this?
What up, Ness? It's T from Toronto, man. How y'all living?
T, what up?
Man, I've been sitting here listening to this thing, dude from Africa going off. Look, there's three main things that people need to pay attention to in regards to the second fight. One, they're trying to make Maidana more orthodox. That's a mistake. Two, if he's coming in there smaller, that's a mistake too, because leaning on Mayweather is half the battle. Getting on him, having a body on him, getting him tired, just bumping and bruising against an actual middleweight at 165 pounds, that's what gives him problems. And three, Maidana's not going to be allowed to be as dirty as he was in the first fight, period. He got away with a lot of shit that was intentional, and that had an effect on the fight. Those three things are going to fuck this dude off in the second fight. Floyd going to box his nose off. A lot of people are betting with their heart, I feel, and less with their logic. To me, I'm picking Mayweather because I'm smart. If it came down to it and they're like, yo, you got to put your house up, pick one or the other, none of these niggas would be saying, I'm going to pick Maidana. They're picking Maidana because they want him to win, not because they know he's going to win.
Well, you're absolutely right, and I'm one of those guys that said that. I would rather go for the long shot and win than go for the favorite. Everybody goes for the favorite. I'm bored of that. Again, I just love the sport. So, to me,
I feel you.
I try to keep it fun, man. I try to keep it fun. If not, it's gonna. I mean, look, we all know Mayweather's the best fighter. Like, that's what I've been saying. People laugh at me when I agree with him with the TBE shit, but find someone to beat him. Now, yeah, TBE is a problem because we're talking about people from the past, but whatever, man. Find somebody that can beat this dude. That's why I'd rather bang Maidana.
To a certain degree, you can only compare a guy within his own era compared to other guys within their own era. So, I mean,
exactly.
He definitely has a little bit of a case to be made there. But, I mean, I in terms of the weight thing, though, I kind of disagree. I think the extra weight might have hurt Maidana's stamina. And really, it was the strings of punches nonstop that was giving Floyd a lot of problems. So,
well, you gotta think about it too.
Possibly be right, though.
I hear you, and that makes a lot of sense. But they having him come in lighter so that he can be more of a boxer. You listening to Garcia? He's talking about throwing straight punches. No, Floyd gonna pick them shits off. It's when you loop shots and throw over something weird like Chop Chop. Chop Chop hit Floyd with two hooks that came out of nowhere. That's what hurt him.
What if he mixes it up, though? What if he throws straight shots, then he feints a straight shot and throws a looping shot, so Floyd's blocking in the wrong place?
Okay, but look what you're doing. You're turning it into a thinking match. That's not what Maidana needs to do. You can't try to outsmart Floyd. I'm not even saying to turn it into a thinking match. Just mix up some straight shots with the looping ones. He could just do it whenever he feels like it. That's the way Maidana fights. He's an improviser. So just let him improvise with some straight shots included. Maidana looked like he just out there letting them go, man. I don't think he's improvising much of anything, and it works for him.
Well, that's what improvisation is.
No, improv is to make something up after giving a situation. They give you something, they say, okay, now play it out.
Well, I mean, the situation
if you're in a boxing ring,
Floyd is
when he's up against the ropes, he's just letting shots go. He has a situation there. But if you can't throw straight shots up against the ropes in tight quarters like that, because straight shots are not going to get nowhere. There's no range for the straight shot to go, is what I'm saying.
Well,
I mean, I hope it's a good, exciting fight. But I feel like they're just going to boo the shit out of Floyd, and it's going to look something like it did when he fought Baldomir at points, when he's just boxing and moving, and people's like, fuck it, I'm out of here. Because this is a one-sided fight. I mean, I hope it doesn't. I want to be competitive like the first one was. I'm still picking Floyd, but you can't. I think they're trying to change Maidana from who he is, and that's going to hurt him more than it is going to help him. Personal opinion. I mean,
I can't believe everyone is saying that. I can't believe that people think improvement somehow is going to become a problem.
It's because it's at this stage. You know what I'm saying? It's not a growing stage for Maidana. You putting him against the best of
But
the
it
best,
is.
and you trying
See,
to take him
that's the
away from being
problem.
what he
No.
is.
No, that's the problem. You're assessing Maidana on his last fight. Assess the evolution. Assess the evolution of Maidana, because that's what it is at this point. I can't call him a bum
Yes.
no more. I'm just saying.
I never said he was a bum to begin with. He's not a bum. He's just not. He's just not refined.
I didn't say you. I said I can't call him a bum no more.
Oh, okay.
I thought Broner would blanket him, but remember, everything that he's done since Garcia, there has been subtle changes. This may be the fight where it all comes together. It's not you're acting as if they're doing a different game plan. No, they're straightening his punches. That's it. They're straightening his punches and teaching him to create space. You're acting like they're telling
this is the wrong guy for that, though.
But
Mayweather's the wrong guy for that.
It doesn't matter. You're still acting like if they're telling him, yo, bounce on your toes and use the ring and work off your jab on the back foot. Nah, they ain't telling him all that shit. Turn your shot over and back up a little bit. I mean, how the fuck? You gotta be an idiot.
Space, though.
You gotta
That's
be
the thing. That
idiot.
space is gonna help Floyd. Floyd got 26-inch arms. He's got arms. He's got heavyweight length arms. You don't realize this.
You're right, T.
Space is gonna help Floyd.
got pretty long arms too.
But listen, Nelta, that's not even the point. It is gonna help Floyd, right? But it's also gonna help Maidana. Why do you think all those overhand rights were hitting him on the neck and then on the back of the head and on the shoulder? Because he was too close. When he backs up, he can land the punches that we wanted him to land the first fight. I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see. We're not too far. But T, I can't let you. I gotta get you some other callers, brother.
I hear you. Great show. Appreciate y'all, man. One.
Thank you, brother. And T, man, thanks for talking to me on Twitter. I remember that. This guy Chezzy, he's got a call. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how people don't know that we got 646-478-3068. Press 1 if you want to talk. 773 drive-by mode play. I'm sorry. We got to start it early. There's just far too many calls. I think this is Tony, right?
No, this is Santana from the Shot.
Oh, Santana from the Shot. What up, baby?
What up? I'm picking Floyd by knockout. I think it's gonna be similar to the last fight, but he's gonna come out aggressive, Maidana, and he's gonna gas out in the later rounds. Because he's putting all his chips on the first 6 rounds. If he don't knock out Floyd in the first 6 rounds, he's not gonna win the fight. But I got 2 questions I want to ask you though, Ness. I heard you say that you wanted to see a Canelo rematch for Floyd, and my question is, what makes you think that Canelo's ready for Floyd from his previous last 2 fights?
No, you misunderstood me.
Because he didn't look good against Lara.
No, you misunderstood me. Anytime I've mentioned Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo, I just feel that that's one of the fights that he has left on his contract. A Canelo rematch is always right now. If Cotto, if he wanted to be a dick and Cotto started negotiating with Canelo, he could offer Canelo a rematch. It's gonna be more money.
Yeah, but you said he could have fought Canelo in September instead of Maidana. He ain't had to pick Maidana.
Well, he didn't have to. He could have fought Canelo. Canelo did beat Angulo and Lara.
But to me, he lost to Lara, and he didn't look good. He couldn't land a clean headshot on Lara at all. He don't even know how to cut the ring off.
Well,
so
look,
he's not gonna get no credit for that fight like he did in the first time.
But Santana, this is the thing. You and I scored it for Lara, but the world scored it for Canelo due to body work, right? What is he? If you're saying he's not going to be able to hit Floyd in the head, you're right, but he'll go to that body viciously.
Okay, and I got another question.
And again, I'm not saying that he wins. I'm just saying that's another fight that Floyd has. He didn't have to give us the Maidana rematch. He chose to.
Right. Okay, I got another question because I know you always say that Floyd never fought a black fighter in their prime. So if he fights Keith Thurman in May, would you be okay with that fight?
I would love the Keith Thurman fight. Listen, I remember though, I'm high on Keith Thurman. I've been following him for a very long time, but he hasn't had that win yet. He needs that win. He needs that Sean Porter, Devin Alexander win, and we don't got that yet.
Right, because that's what I was gonna say. Because if Floyd fight Keith Thurman like in May, and if he do him like he did Canelo, he's not gonna get no credit because they're gonna say he was green just like Canelo was.
Yep, you're right. And
Canelo, he ain't gonna never get no credit.
Canelo, at least Canelo had the Trout win under his resume when he fought
Floyd.
Right.
He at least had Shane Mosley and Trout, but Keith Thurman, he really ain't got nobody like on that level on his resume.
Can't argue with you. Santana, drive my mode play. I'm going to get to some other callers. Thanks for calling in. You already know. Come back and eat your crow Sunday if you have to, or you know, do your victory dance. 516, you're live. Who's this?
Yo, this is Nick from New York. What's good?
Nick, what up?
You hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yo, I just feel like low-key Floyd's going to beat the shit out of Maidana this time. Like, Maidana has the style to give him problems with the good jab, the pressure. Like, you think about all Floyd's competitive fights. You had Cotto, De La Hoya, and Castillo 1 and 2. It's pressure fighters. Even though De La Hoya is not a classic pressure fighter, he used pressure when he was effective in that fight behind a good jab. And Maidana has a good jab, but it's just who you know that could beat Floyd twice. And he didn't. I thought I scored the first fight 8-4, 7-5 Floyd. But every round you're in the ring with Floyd, more and more, he's figuring you out that much more. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you couldn't get the better of him the first time, his odds are decreasing with every round he's in the ring with Floyd. That's just the way Floyd is. And you said before, I'm glad you brought it up with the judges, how it's just like, I don't know how people don't talk about in boxing. It's fucked up with these judges, man. Like, Pacquiao, Bradley, like the Broner-Ponce de Leon fight, people try to chalk it up the judge, like, oh, that judge maybe he's just a bad judge, incompetent. Like, dude, this isn't incompetent judges. This is corruption. Like, these are people, like, these judges are paid off. Like, the Broner-Ponce de Leon fight, that judge had it 100 to 90. He didn't even watch the fight. Like, his shit was filled out before he even showed up. Canelo, Lara, like, Lara would have had to beat the shit out of Canelo to get that decision. You know what I mean? Like, he would have had to kill him. I figured out how they score these fights. Like, you need to take the other guy's marketability away from him in order to get the decision. Like, if Maidana didn't kill Broner that fight, drop him twice, if Broner was still marketable at the end of that fight, he would have got the decision. It's all about, you know what I mean? It's not even about, like, what other sport do you know if the Spurs beat the Knicks and at the end of the game they're like, nah, the Knicks won? Like, that wouldn't fly. I don't know how the hell this is going to fly, why this is good in boxing. Like, more people should be bringing this to light, in my opinion. That's just me.
And
but yeah, I got Floyd.
All right, brother. I'm gonna get to some other callers, and I'm gonna tell you that we agree with you. They definitely need something, man. I don't know. I don't know if a league is the answer, but whatever the answer is, we need to find it. 815, you're live. Who's this?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's DeLeonski.
DeLeonski, what up?
Well, man, I just got a couple of predictions real quick, and then a question for you, man, regarding Danny Garcia. First of all, I want to predict for tonight. I got Ortiz beating the shit out KO'd, and I got Cuellar sending Juanma to an early grave. And then for
Yo, you pressing DeLeonski? You pressing the buttons on your phone, brother? You either got fat fingers or big cheeks. Which one is it?
No, that's not me, bro. That's not me.
Oh, that's you. Because I muted you and we don't hear it no more, but now you're back. Go ahead.
Okay, I got you. All right, and then as far as the Mayweather-Maidana fight, man, I mean, I'm with you, man. I mean, I like to roll with the underdog, and not only watching the All Access, but even hearing you, man, you're kind of fucking convincing me to roll the other way, man.
Whoa, DeLeonski. Whoa. I'm telling you from the door, I'm picking with my heart and the fact that it'll just shake things up so much. It might. Yeah. I mean, he's still signed to Al Heyman, so it ain't gonna fuck up nothing for Al Heyman. But what if Maidana wins and then does what he did to Broner? Like, nah, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you, Mayweather.
Oh,
I'd rather fight Pacquiao or any fucking body.
I think he'll do that because I think if Maidana wins, then the third fight, like you said before, it'll be bigger than fucking Pacquiao Mayweather.
It
You know what I'm
would.
saying?
It would, but I think that Maidana would either take a fight before fighting him or play real hardball in negotiations. Like real hardball.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. But anyway, my official pick on that, man, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my head, man. I'm gonna go with Mayweather, man. And I'll tell you what, man. Here's my official prediction right here. And nobody's done this one yet, so I'm gonna be the first one to do it. I'm gonna call it a draw. It's gonna be a fucking draw. It's gonna be a fucking even fight. They're not gonna win Mayweather's but they are gonna give him a fucking draw. So I'm gonna call it like that. I'm gonna say draw. Is that okay to call it draws and say nobody called that out yet?
Nobody
man,
called
you put
it.
yourself out on a limb worse than anybody else.
Nobody called it, and outside of that, they do draws in Vegas betting, so you could call a draw on here, brother. Let me get to some other callers. Delionski, thanks for calling in.
Let me question about the Garcia real quick. What's up with that? With the Garcia post-op thing going?
There's nothing but both the Stavern and Wilder and Garcia Pistow negotiations. I think they've both been postponed. Just look.
Oh man, because the first bidding was supposed to be tomorrow, wasn't it?
From what I know, they have both been postponed. But just know that after Peter Quillen vacated his world title, don't think that Danny won't do the same.
Yeah, you're right. He's gonna go that route. All right, man. Y'all keep it up, man.
All right. You guys got to remember, all theyese guys are Al Heyman fighters. Obviously they have to do what he says, or he makes the offer like the Godfather, one that you can't refuse. I mean, it's that fucking simple. 3, 2, 1, you're live.
Hey, what's up? That's Jay Cotto. How you doing, brother?
Jay Cotto, what up?
What's going on, baby? Listen, I'm going basically by what Freddie Roach has been saying, man. And I noticed that the last fight on Floyd, his legs are going, man, and he barely got away from a lot of shots, man. Especially when he was trying to fight Maidana in the pocket. I'm going for Maidana, man. Floyd is fading. He's fading, as well as his personal life. I mean, I don't know why the fuck everybody's getting on here talking about, oh, he's going through a lot of shit, but he likes all that shine. So that shit can go in the back pocket and keep walking with that bullshit. But personally, Maidana, I think now he has the tools of what's going on, especially, adding on the 3 extra weeks for training and shit. I mean, that's very important, especially what Garcia said, So, I mean, if he can do round 1 and 2 all the way through 12, man, I definitely think he can walk away with it. As far as people talking about knocking out and all that shit, listen, let's stop this shit right now. Floyd cannot knock anyone out. His last fucking knockout was Garcia. Was Ortiz, and it was a fucking snuff. The shit was bullshit. I know what everybody's gonna say. Protect yourself at all times, but we all know the fucking facts with that. And Floyd is not gonna pull off a knockout. I'm even surprised that he came out and said that shit. I'm not expecting no knockout. If a knockout does happen come about, I think it's gonna come through Maidana. And that's basically all I wanted to say, man. Otherwise than that, man, thanks a lot. Listen, I also I need some info, man. I want to write an article for you guys, man.
Just email us. theboxingvoice@yahoo.com. THE for the email.
Gotcha. Definitely, man. Thank you very much, guys.
All right, brother. Let me see who we're gonna get to here. I think 832, you're live. Who's this? 832.
Just listening.
Okay. 718.
Guys, this is Suleiman again. I'm giving you a call one more time for the second time.
You gotta wait, Suleiman. You gotta wait. We gotta get to guys that haven't gotten on yet. 901. 901.
What's up, Kinfolk?
Kinfolk, what's up, brother? We on drive-by mode, so make it short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Hey, I just want to say a couple of things right quick. Hey, first off, that last show you did when he had met the producer on there, that man had me on hold for 45 minutes, and you had Wood for the last caller, but I was still on. I said, that motherfucker didn't get to me, dog. I'm like, God damn.
Oh, well, you know that day I was on the road, so I didn't even get to see numbers.
Yeah, I know.
Matt was handling that.
And who do y'all rankings, man? I don't like y'all rankings, man. Them rankings fucked up.
Well, you got to comment. There's a comment section. Comment.
It is. I'm gonna have to comment. And them rankings fucked up, man. How you gonna have Kell Brook down there? I feel like you supposed to have all champions right behind each other. Instead, they got motherfuckers ranked lower, and other motherfuckers that ain't did shit is up higher than the motherfuckers that got a belt. I mean, people say belts don't mean nothing, but they kind of mean something. They're a champion in one of them divisions. So
you have to tell me. You have to tell me which division you're talking about, because I bet you
welterweight. The Kell Brook, they rank him like number 5 or 6.
Yeah, he's 5. He ain't better than Marcos Maidana or Juan Manuel Marquez or Timothy Bradley or Manny Pacquiao.
It don't matter though. He still got a belt though, man.
That don't
he
matter.
Better than them,
No. You see,
Paulie Malignaggi had a belt too.
Wait a minute. This is the problem. No, you see, this is the problem. Hold on now. This is the problem with this misinformed shit that we get from these watered down fucking websites, dog. It don't work that way. It don't, because you got a belt, you either 1 through 4, however many belts it is. No, it goes upon who you beat. And Sean Porter's wins was better than Kell Brook, so that elevates him when Kell Brook wins. But Sean Porter still isn't going to be ranked super low because he still has a better resume than, for instance, Keith Thurman at this point. So that's why he's still number 6 on our rankings, even with the loss, because Keith Thurman still hasn't had what I told you, the Devin Alexander fight, the Paulie Malignaggi fight. He hasn't had that. And Amir Khan, he only beat Luis Collazo, so he could only be number 9 because who the fuck he beat at 147? Luis Collazo isn't better than Keith Thurman, Devin Alexander, none of those people. He got to win those fights for us to even say that. But no win on on Luis Collazo's resume indicates that he should be ranked above these people. I don't know what rankings you've been looking at or why or who you've been talking to, but you came to the right spot. But
online.
Well, go to that.
And I want to say one more thing, Nick. I want to say one more thing. You hear me?
I'm letting you talk.
Oh yeah, okay. Look here, I don't know if you noticed or not, but on this fight, on the Jim Gray, that motherfucker, he kept saying that the Matisse Danny Garcia fight was close. He said it about 3 times. That shit was not close, dog. Why did he keep saying that? Did you notice that?
Nah, I don't pay attention to people that say shit like that because those are the guys that pick Matisse.
Yeah, he said it. He said it like 3 or 4 times. He kept iterating like, yeah, no, he wants Danny Garcia because that last fight was super close. And I'm like, no, that wasn't, man. That fight wasn't nowhere near close. He beat the shit out of Matisse, man. That fight wasn't close, but he kept iterating.
I think that's a fan-friendly statement, is what I think. Because there's a lot of Matisse fanboys that are completely delusional about the fact that he got his ass.
Well,
he got his ass handed to him.
Listen, guys, drive-by mode, and it's Mayweather-Maidana time.
I'll support in this.
No doubt, Kinfo. Thanks for calling in. So we got to keep it moving here. A lot of callers. 469, you're live. Who's this? 469.
Yeah, Ness.
What's up,
Ness,
brother?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
What's up, bro? This is Miguel from Dallas, Texas, bro. I just want to do my pick, man. I'm picking Maidana. First I had doubts, because I figured Floyd was going to go in the middle, and just box him out like he always does every other. But the more I start seeing all access, man, just the way he's training, man. He's got the heart, man. He's got the dedication. He's hungry, bro. He's going to take it. Just got a feeling, bro. I mean, that's my pick. I think he's going to take it this time.
All right,
the way
brother.
I see it, he's got the heart, man. He's got that heart. And also, man, what's the deal with the 10 ounces glove there that Floyd had put in that contract? What's the deal on that?
That was a typo. They sent out a press release. That was a mistake. People just went crazy. That's all. But Garcia did the necessary legwork anyway and reconfirmed that it was 8 ounce.
Oh, is it good? Okay, because I thought he was gonna pull one of those things out from last fight again. I was like, oh my, here we go again.
You know, so. Yeah, bro, but I listen to your show every day, man. I maybe Thursday and Sunday, bro. You got doing a good job, bro.
Hey, listen.
All right, bro.
You said Thursday and Sunday, so you should really follow us on Blog Talk so you can receive the email because we've been doing a lot of spontaneous shows. Or at least follow us on iTunes, and you'll get them all but the next day.
Okay. Yeah, because I think y'all did one, like a short one. I think it was yesterday, Wednesday, or...
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Okay.
Okay, man. Y'all keep doing your thing, bro. Appreciate it, man.
All right. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you, man, without a doubt. So a lot of talk, Nelda. Definitely a lot of talk of Maidana from Mali Bangwe anyway being dirty.
Yeah.
And Floyd is concerned. He's made numerous comments.
If you beat me, earn it the honest way, the hard way. Let's tell him a little bit. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work.
You've been bringing up stories about dirty fighting, dirty this, dirty that. Well, guess what? This fight is going to be rougher for you.
Floyd Mayweather is a living legend. My job is to go out there and just beat Floyd Mayweather.
We can't let them just humiliate us like that. We got to try to stand up and try to defend ourselves.
It's okay for my team to say one thing. It's okay for his team to say another thing. But when it comes down to the come down, it comes down to the two fighters. That's what it's all about.
Yo, it's so hard for me, this fight, because I like Floyd a lot. I don't think that I would be any different than Floyd had I be infected with all that fucking money. I think if I had all that money, I'd be one cocky son of a bitch too. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just...
I mean, just about anybody would, man.
I know.
You need to stop fronting, man.
It's so tough. Plus, he got himself there. Say what you want about Margarito and whoever the fuck else you fanboys are going to call in and say he didn't fight. Yo, he been fighting top-notch opposition, at least top 10. At least top 10,
well,
you know,
I mean,
for a long time.
like there was that one guy that wanted to talk about titles earlier. Every opponent, all the way going back to Baltimore, was a world champion when Floyd fought him. Every single one of them. You can look and see which titles they won and they brought to the table when Floyd fought against them. The only one that wasn't defending his belt was Marquez, because his belt was at a lighter weight.
Yeah, man. The dude puts in hard work, man, which brings us to our next, couple of things here.
I did a lot of shit just to live this here lifestyle. Came straight from the bottom to the top of my lifestyle. Nigga living life like a beginning, this is only the beginning. Nigga, I'm on the top of the mountain, puffing on clouds, and niggas still beginning.
Yo, came from the bottom. And now he's basically what he says he is, the face of the sport. Regardless of what you may think, he still sells more pay-per-views than anybody. And the soundbite that we got from All Access proves it.
What others would call extravagant, Floyd considers the driving force.
When someone told me you can make $100 million boxing, I said, I will become the best. If it's something that don't pay, I can mess up 1,000,000 times. Once he put that check in my face and I see the right zeros, I'm gonna be a perfectionist.
With almost $500 million in career earnings, the pound-for-pound king is the highest-paid athlete in the world. But today, he meets a man who embodies his true aspiration.
Fuck that Warren Buffett shit. But the point is, money is what motivates him. See, Maidana's doing it for glory and all this shit, and he's working extra hard, but so is Floyd. Because he's got to uphold that lifestyle that he has out there to us. It would be devastating. It would be devastating to his ego if he lost. So we know he's putting the work in. That's why that run scene in the All Access was so important to me, because it just proves that he probably was dying inside. But to beat that young boy and to keep reminding himself that he's younger than these young guys when it comes to boxing, he keeps pushing himself, and that's what's scary. A guy that's that self-motivated, and again, that money, man.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. A lot of people, they talk about Floyd's ego, but I think that's, in a way, it's his worst enemy outside the ring, but it's also his best friend when it comes to inside the ring. Because it's like he forcefully he invites all the criticism of himself in order to back himself into the corner, and then he fights right back out of that corner, in a mental aspect.
Absolutely, man. Let's get back to these streets. 860, you're live. I think this is Denise. What's up?
What's up, Ness?
What's going on?
I enjoyed your show on the review of All Access, which I believe was the best one yet.
Yeah, that's why we did it, man. This third one didn't really do it for me, and I wanted it to be just as good because what I had planned for that All Access kind of got messed up with the callers, but that show would have given me what I needed to do it right the next time. But I don't think that the hype for the third episode is there.
Yeah, no, the third one, but the second one, the second one was on the money. But anyway, I'm calling for my pick. I think it's the first time I'm doing this. I'm looking at both fighters, pros and cons, and I just have to go with Mayweather. I just have to go with him.
Yeah,
I just have to.
It's the right answer, man. That's the problem.
Because I believe deep down he knows that he has to win the fight. That's why I'm choosing him. With all the drama, maybe it's fabricated, real, whatever. He knows on September 13th that he has to win that fight. He has to win the fight.
Yeah.
Or he's not going to get those Mexican holiday fights ever again.
That's for sure.
If he loses that fight, he ain't getting those days. For real. He is not going to get those days again. So he knows deep down that he has to win this fight.
Yeah. Well, Denise, let me get to some other. Oh, I'm sorry. You got something else?
Yeah, I don't know if I read it on your website or somewhere else about Victor Ortiz. I'm trying to make a return in November. You know anything about that?
Yeah. You read it on our site. Yep, it's true. He's gonna be working with Joel Diaz. So that let's see. I'm gonna give him a shot. Victor Ortiz is a big name, and he can make some exciting fights. Like imagine. But Denise, I'm gonna place you on hold and get to some other callers. I hope I answered your questions. But imagine Victor Ortiz, Nelta, like focused and with that same mentality in that Berto fight, and with a trainer that can control him. I mean, he might be a force, man. I mean, guys forget he dropped Maidana 3 times. That's big.
Yeah. I've always felt like he was a dangerous guy, and I felt like he was one of the biggest dangers that could be provided to Floyd back when they fought and everything. But he just kind of fell into the whole thing of getting hypnotized by Floyd's skills and standing outside with him trying to play chess. But I'm not sure about it though, because I think Josecito Lopez, when he broke his jaw, and then the way he went down against Collazo, I think that jaw is fragile, and I think that's a very big mental block for Ortiz, even if it's healed.
Yeah, I think it's more of a mental thing, but hopefully they bring in like a psychotherapist or something. I forgot what fighter they let us find out that he was going to see a psychotherapist or something like that. Well, there you go. So yeah, maybe they need to bring him in. Maybe I think it's mental, man, because I was at that Ortiz fight, but that's another topic for another day. Let me get to some other callers here. 727, you're live.
Hey, that's nice talking to you for the first time.
Oh, first time caller. Hold on, brother. If you're a first time caller, you got to get Hold on.
I got some questions. I got some questions first before I start making assessments on my own on who's going to win the fight. From what I hear, what I heard is that Mayweather asked the WBC if he could defend both belts. Is that true? Do you know anything about that?
It's absolutely true.
So they're going to be fighting with 10-ounce gloves.
8-ounce.
How would it be 8 ounces if they're fighting for a 154 belt as well?
Because it's Floyd
Because
Mayweather.
from what I know, the regulations state that if they're going to be fighting for a 154 belt, they have to wear 10-ounce gloves.
They're going to wear 8 ounce.
And you're sure of that?
Yeah.
It's not about the belt. It's about what weight they're fighting at. They're fighting at
Yeah,
147.
but if it's a 154 belt, technically they're fighting for a 154 weight.
Yeah, but the belts are the
yeah,
sanctioning
but
body,
wait,
not
Nelta.
The commission is a different entity.
Because the last
better...
time this happened was when Leonard fought for, I guess, was it super middleweight and light heavyweight? He fought for both belts, and they used light heavyweight gloves.
Listen, hold on, Nelta, hold on. Let me in here because this is fucking almost irrelevant. Listen, my friend, you have to been a boxing fan for quite some time and know by now that sanctioning bodies who make these titles don't give a fuck. They looking for their percentage, and this is a Floyd Mayweather fight where he's getting paid like 30 to 40 million. They want their percentage. They don't care. Of course, they'd rather make the 154-pound title be on the line so they could collect double the sanctioning fees for both belts. So, I mean, let's just move on. Believe me, this is how it works. Google some of these guys are corrupt.
Okay, well, if they're fighting with 8-ounce gloves, I'll probably pick Maidana then, because just the fact that I just feel his style is kryptonite to Mayweather. Everybody says that he's going to get outboxed and that Mayweather's going to learn, every round he learns something new and this and that. It's not true. If I had to pick a fighter, a style to fight Mayweather, it wouldn't be a boxer. It wouldn't be somebody to go chess match against him. It's going to be someone that, instinct, like all out, bloody, beat the living crap out of him type deal. It's not. I'll never put a boxer against Mayweather because he's Mayweather, when it comes to boxing. But in a brawl, it's a whole different story. And I just think Maidana has what it takes to ice him pretty much. He just needs to get that punch. And from what I hear, everything I've heard, that's what they're working on, him having that distance so he can get that punch going. And if it happens, it's lights out for Mayweather. I don't care what anybody says because this is the type of fighter that needs to fight Mayweather. A Pacquiao style, a Maidana style, or even like back in the day, a Margarito style. Cotto, when he says that Cotto implemented, that type of style, or Oscar De La Hoya implemented, that's true. They implemented that style, but that's not their style. That wasn't their style of fighting. This is Maidana. Maidana only knows how to attack. He only knows, you can't change a man in the aspect that he's going to box now or this or whatever. He has to go in there and do what he does, Am I correct on that?
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Listen, we're going to get to some other callers, but I will tell you that the Beebster texted me and said they can still use 8-ounce. There is no regulation. 10 ounces for junior middleweight or above, but 8 ounce could be used if both sides agree. Hagler and Duran fought with 8-ounce gloves in their fight at middleweight. So 727, there you go from our very own Joe Habib. 301, you're live. Who's this?
Yeah, that's just Q from Maryland. What up?
What up?
I don't make it short and sweet. I got in drive by mode or whatever. So okay, so I got 3 things to point out. I was watching the Mayweather live media workout on the Showtime YouTube channel, and Floyd was doing his interviews or whatever. And I don't know what the interviewer asked him, but all he said was, "Oh, I don't pick my fights. I don't pick my fights." So I'm confused because one minute he's saying I pick and choose who I want. Some deserve it, some may not. And then the next minute he's saying I don't pick my fights. I'm not understanding that. Is he his own boss or not? Number 2, I'm watching the interviews of him after the press conference the other day, and he was talking about how, the Pacquiao negotiations are completely false. Now, I know that you just said that Bob Arum said that they haven't talked to Mayweather yet, but I can just tell from the way Mayweather said it, like I can tell from his face, he wants nothing to do with Pacquiao, nothing.
Well, I seen that, and to his defense, he did say, I'm not looking past Maidana. I can't look past Maidana. But he also said, I'm not saying that fight can't happen. He did say that.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think you can argue about that. But anyway, number 3, if the decline in pay-per-view sales for this fight is confirmed, who do you think that he can fight to make up those pay-per-view sales? Because me personally, I think that Mayweather doesn't fight for legacy. He fights for money and sales. And my proof to back that statement is that he only fought Canelo because the Guerrero sales were bad. So like, who could he fight? Because honestly,
Canelo. Fight Canelo again. Canelo's done like to the casual fan. Canelo's done enough to merit a rematch. He beat Angulo, a fighter that a lot of casual fans knew, and then he beat Lara, a fighter that a lot of hardcore fans knew. So they could easily market a second fight with them two.
You think they can easily market a second fight? I mean,
Easily, because all the videos are going to be how he beat Lara, and Lara has the Mayweather style. That's what they're going to say.
What would the highlight be for their first fight? Mayweather whipped his ass the whole fight. Like, what would the highlight be?
Well, it's going to be the whole push is going to be what it's always been. Make the opponent look like he's good enough to do it. That's why Mayweather shows you women, cars, and jewelry, because you don't need to see him training, not the casual fan. The hardcores, we the one want to see him training, but the casual don't need to see that because he's that good. They make him out to be, I mean, he is what he is, but they want to sell you a different lifestyle so that you believe that he's that good, but he's doing all this extra shit, so there's a possibility of vulnerability to give this underdog a shot to have you bet on him. That's really what this is, brother. They're selling you a fucking, it's like a movie. They're not doing this to lose. Like, nobody goes into these fights expecting to lose. The promoter wants to win. Mayweather wants to win. Maidana wants to win. Everyone has an agenda when these fights get made. It's very, very rare that we get a 50-50 fight.
Okay.
Man, somebody got horrible feedback, too.
Hello?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, let me get to say my pick. My official pick, I'm going for Maidana. I'm tired of Floyd and his ways, man. I'm tired of him saying the same thing in every interview he does. I'm tired of him doing the same shit on All Access. Like, I just want something different. I want Maidana to knock him off the throne. And I'm not even ordering the fight. I mean, I believe in pay-per-view. I believe pay-per-view fights should be 4 great fights on the card. Like, if it's 4 fights on the card, it shouldn't be just one good fight. And the one good fight is the main event. So we have to go through 3 trash fights to see one good fight. Like, I don't want to see Alfredo Angulo's bum ass. I don't want to see Mickey Bates drunk ass. I don't want to see Miguel Vasquez boring ass. I don't like Leo Santa Cruz. So I don't want to see that fight. So I'm not ordering. I'll catch you next week.
I hear you, man. I wish I could be that fucking tough, man. I just can't do it. I'm like a fiend, I'm telling you. 516, you're live. Who's this?
It's KH, man. What's up?
Kevin Horn. What's up?
Yeah. You seen another 516 called in the show today, too. That's a good thing we branching out. But
yeah, isn't the other 516 Scotty from Milwaukee?
Nah, 516 was some dude named Nick. He's from Long Island.
Oh, okay.
First time caller, I believe. But yo, I know you're in drive-by, so let me get into it. I think Maidana's motivated. I just betting with my heart, going with Maidana, split decision with a knockdown. I just think that family atmosphere, that gym, it's hard not to like. It's hard not to really like the Garcia gym after this whole All Access stuff, and all these people complaining about freaking Robert Garcia and Maidana being dirty and gloves being illegal. Just Floyd nut riders and have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. So for that case only, I really hope Maidana drops this dude. There's nothing wrong with MX gloves. There's nothing wrong with fucking Maidana throwing a couple low blows. Yeah, it's illegal, then warn them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the road don't drive the speed limit. Tell that motherfucker to stop, and then if he stops, you good. They don't bitch about Floyd throwing elbows, throwing forearms, holding. I counted one round. I counted 6 forearms and 12 clinches. Come on, man. That was the fucking 11th round. So then Maidana finally got tired of it and tackled that motherfucker to the ropes. enough. So fuck Floyd. Fuck his bullshit ass fucking opponent resume you guys are hyping up over there. Victor Ortiz was a bum. Guerrero's a bum. He fought Marquez, who fought his last fight at 135 and made him come up to 147. Fucking bum ass resume. Get this fucking bum ass motherfucker out of here and just finish it. Fuck Floyd. Maidana knockout. Peace.
All right. I just don't understand if his resume is garbage, then why nobody's beating him? Like, who is he ducking? That's all I'm saying. Like, and don't give me that tired ass Margarito shit. That shit was years ago.
Well, and Margarito got his ass whooped by Floyd's victim, supposedly, and then Marquez, what got brought up to 147 by Pacquiao, but people weren't complaining about that.
I don't get it, man. I
He
don't get
didn't
it.
lose that the second fight.
718, you're live. Who's this?
Yo, this is Six, man.
Six, what up, baby?
What's going on, bro?
Chilling.
Yo, listen, man. I'm getting that's for the last quarter because I'm here in Long Island too. That's just my cell phone I'm on. For the last caller who sound like he's really mad at Floyd. If we had that money, we would be mad too. Niggas would be mad. Come on. Anyways, I'm going for Ness. You know I be tweeting you in the morning, nigga, when I'm fucking at work and shit, bullshitting with y'all all day. What I want to say is fuck Kell Brooks and fuck him. He's a paper champion. The nigga ain't trying to fight Keith Thurman. Everybody who's talking all this bullshit about Floyd and talk about Keith Thurman, this and that. Keith Thurman, you leave it to me. I think Keith Thurman would knock Maidana out. I say 8th round.
Queen Kong.
Floyd is gonna beat him. Hopefully, I'm saying it'll be a decision, and I'll text you after the fight, and
all right.
It'll be a decision.
All right, brother. Let me.
As far as hold on, as far as Amir Khan and all these other dudes we've been talking about, for the past few weeks, yo, fuck Amir Khan. He's a sucker. Victor, and you said Victor Ortiz making a comeback? Man, fuck Victor Ortiz. Tell that fucker to fight Keith Thurman. They the same weight division. Let Keith Thurman thump that nigga out, man. All right, man, I'm out of here. And I'm going for Floyd. Decision.
All right.
Queen Kong.
Yo, people don't never want to let Victor Ortiz rebuild, man. Khan got to do
and
it.
what does knocking out Ortiz do for Thurman? Not a damn thing. That's
not at this point. Not at this point. I mean, I'll give him a lot of credit depending how that knockout look. If he put him to sleep, if he sleeps some, hell yeah, he gets some credit. 316, you're live.
What's up, Nestor? This is Joliet motherfucking Jake.
What up, baby? First time caller?
Pete. Making my pro debut, baby.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Hey, man, I'm down here in T-Town. Tulsa, baby.
All right,
I just
brother.
want to tell you,
First
I'm
time
loving you
caller
guys.
from
I'm
Tulsa.
loving you guys' show. You got the best boxing podcast. I'm going to bring up some old shit, man. I was listening to the archives tonight. That Kelly Pavlik interview, man, I was running around. I had my Dr. Dre Beats headphones on. I was running around kicking walls and shit, listening to that old Pavlik shit.
Yeah,
We got up there all drunk.
Yeah, he was drunk as hell that night. Yo, we got the luck. We have the luck to always get fighters when they're at their like most vulnerable state. Go back and listen to our James Kirkland, dude. It was crazy.
I haven't heard the Kirkham, but that Pavlik shit he kept bringing up, he was talking about like nobody get off his back about the drinking. He was drunk as fuck when he's talking to you guys.
Hell yeah. And hey, Nelta, remember that time Mike Alvarado called up?
I heard that one live, man. That was great. But hey, man, I just wanted to say, man, you got a great show. I'm picking Maidana just to be different. I'm pulling the Ness, going the Ness route, just going to be different. I'm probably gonna lose.
Hey, I know, man, but if we win, we're gonna be we're gonna be happier than the guys that pick Mayweather, because everybody knows. Exactly.
it's like that movie Heat, man. You know, you're gonna pull down a job, it's got to be worth the risk.
Exactly.
You know, but the other thing I wanted to say, you know, I'm at work. You know, I got a chance to listen to all these boxing podcasts. You guys are the cream of the crop, but I do listen to another one, and they kind of branch off and do some kind of spin-off shows. I got a suggestion. I think you guys should do a Monday night show hosted by Ringside Robbie and motherfucking Wood, man.
That'll be
Put those
interesting.
two motherfuckers.
That'll be interesting, but Monday probably won't work because the Boxing Coalition goes on that day, and they're our friends.
I know.
Everybody else, I'll take their day without a fucking problem.
I'd love to hear Wood. I'd love to hear Wood, man. I made a mix of Wood and played for my dad. I had that motherfucker on the ground, dude. Wood's the funniest dude. Fuck Kevin Hart. I'm all about Wood. Shit.
Where is Wood?
That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in, man. First time caller from Tulsa, man. We making it, baby. Keep pressing them likes, retweeting, baby. We getting all over the world. This is what we want. 513. This the Natty, I believe. What's up?
Trey Cade in the house. What up, homie?
Yo, why y'all did that to my man Rich Homie Quan like that, man?
Hey, man, I saw you down there, bro. I shook your hand. You was with some white dude. That was me.
Okay. Where?
But anyway, let me get on, cause I can go on and on about that Rich Homie Quan shit, man. But I'm gonna stick with the program with the Mayweather, but I got a lot of shit to talk about that motherfucking Broner fight. Back when I was listening to what you were saying earlier about Maidana getting better and doing better things, this, that, and the other, it kind of got something to do with Broner. If you think about Broner, he can't stop a right hand to the face for nothing. Mike Stafford told him time and time again what to do. He don't listen. So his last 4 fights, which been at 147, 2 fights at 147, 2 fights at 140, and looked at ugly in all of them because he don't listen to his trainer. Whereas with Maidana go listen to Garcia. And I'm going to pick Maidana for one reason and one reason only. Maidana is not amused by Floyd. The bright lights don't bother him. I'm picking him for one reason and one reason only. He don't give a fuck. It ain't about the boxing. It ain't about the gloves. I ain't never seen nobody who simply don't give a fuck and generally don't like him. He ain't about hyping the damn fight. He don't like him. He don't give a fuck about him, and he just out to do some damage to him. Period.
Yeah.
Even though he got the judges against him, the refs against him. He fighting in Las Vegas. That's Mayweather's home turf. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting the bookies. But he don't give a fuck. And that's why I'm taking him, because he don't give a fuck. Sit.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in. I'll say this, Nelta. There was a scene in All Access. The only scene that I felt like Maidana was vulnerable, and you could take it one of two ways. So the scene was when he was talking to Eduardo Garcia, and he was basically like real, like his demeanor. He was like, "Oh, I didn't do good, right, man? I wasn't able to land." Like he just sounded real, like a little boy and looking for guidance. So again, that could be taken one of two ways. It could be taken that he doesn't feel he knows what to do, or it could be taken another way, that it's him looking for the right guidance and direction in this fight, not to make the same mistakes. So
I take it as he's humbling himself.
Excuse me?
I take it as he's humbling himself, that, you know, to just stay as a student, you know, to still be a student of the game and learn from Eduardo and go in there and implement whatever game plans he had.
Yeah. That's what I like about him. And again, man, like I keep saying, like I would rather, I'm going with Maidana because it's the better story at this point. Listen, I love Floyd though. I love him. I do, man. I do. The dude, yo, he does what he wants. He does what he wants, and you can't do shit about it. Let me see. 323, you're live. Who's this?
First time caller. What's up?
Oh shit. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut,
Fernando Pimentel. What's up?
Oh, Fernando, I didn't even know this was you, brother. What's going on?
Chilling, man. I've been listening to the show, kind of going in and out. I was at work and everything like that. Just wanted to put in my 2 cents about this Floyd Mayweather versus Maidana rematch. Look, I understand the card is trash and everything like that. Really, I don't like the undercard. I do like the fighters on it, though. I do like Angulo. I do like Santa Cruz. Maybe it's that L.A. Cali bias that I have because they do train down here. But, you know, beyond the opponents are terrible. The rematch, I got Floyd winning it. And the reason why is actually something that came out of the Garcia camp. Floyd, the most vulnerable he ever looked since the Castillo fight was the Cotto fight and the Maidana fight. The reason why? Both fighters threw punches at weird angles. During All Access, we kept hearing Robert Garcia say that they're working on making Maidana's right hand more straight, throw the punches more crisp, more straight. I honestly think that's a disadvantage for them. The best thing they did was throwing those looping hooks, those weird punches from weird angles, and actually, you know, you were saying it, most of them didn't hit or land the spot they were supposed to, but they were tapping. They were kind of sliding in. They were grazing him. I honestly think making those punches straight is not good for Maidana.
Well, all right. What I'll tell you is this. How, again, I go back to the same thing. How could improvement not be good? You act as if because they taught him how to throw straight punches, all of a sudden the looping punches go out the door. No, it's called mixing it up. That's what he's going to do. He's going to mix it up. You're still going to get the wild Maidana, but at times Garcia's going to be in a corner. He's going to see something. He's going to remind him, shoot the right to the chest. Or this is what they should be attempting. I mean, again, he's fighting Floyd Mayweather. For all we know, he's going to come in there and he's going to fucking look like Houdini and not be able to get hit. But, you know, that's the goal. You got to mix it up. You can't just be a one-dimensional fighter when fighting Floyd. Like, the one dimension that you knew, the one dimension that you do need to have is Maidana's greatest asset. But once that runs out, he's got to be able to do something else, and that's what the straight punches hopefully will bring.
Well, it's almost like, you know, when he fought against Broner, you know, he mixed up the jab with the hook. You know, the jab is obviously a straight punch, and he threw the jab enough times that Broner would fall for a jab feint and then get cracked with the hook.
No, I completely understand that, but then you also got to think about it. When he throws a straight punch, I'm not saying he's going to try to outthink or outbox Floyd at that moment in time, but those are the type of punches that Floyd reads best. And those are the times that he's going to open up for counters, and he's going to get hit more than he probably did the first time. I honestly see Maidana going down at least once in this fight.
I hope he goes down. Hey, Fernando, I'm sorry, but you know this shit is jam-packed, baby. Floyd Maidana is going down.
Sorry, man. I got it. You can chop it up some other time.
All right, brother. Let me get to some other callers here. Actually,
You want the title shot at the beat? You're not even ready. What do you want the title shot at the beat?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Ness, I want to piggyback off something you said, and you've been saying it all night, too. There's a lot of people trying to hammer home that Robert Garcia is trying to reinvent Marcos Maidana, and I agree with you. I just don't think that's the case. I think that they're just trying to add a little bit of wrinkle to his game. And people tend to look at Maidana as a crude slugger, but he does have boxing ability. If you go back to some of his fights, if you go back to the José Lopez fight, you go back to the Victor Cayo fight, he set shots up very nice in those fights. And he also had a great jab, which is a straight punch that was landing very effectively, too, against Mayweather. And I think people are overlooking that. So just because he's going to throw a straighter right hand, that doesn't mean he's not going to throw any looping shots at all, that he's just going to be a conventional fighter 100% throughout the whole course of the fight. Of course he's going to be who he is, but he's just going to add a little bit of, variations of his offense, as you said. And again, he can do that. He's not just this crude guy who has no skills. And a more conditioned Maidana is definitely going to be interesting to see in the later rounds, because that's when he lost the fight in the later rounds. If he could repeat what he did the first half of the fight and the second half of the fight, then Mayweather's got problems. And you know what? Mayweather just might be slowing down a bit. I mean, he is 37. He's still very formidable. He's still highly skilled. He's still an excellent, superb fighter. But maybe he is taking just a little bit of a step backward. Maybe he is dipping just a little bit, and maybe that little bit could make this rematch interesting. So I agree with you 110%. I don't think it's a stretch saying Maidana can win this fight. I had the first fight 7-5. A lot of people had 8-4. I can respect that, but I think the first fight was a lot more competitive than what people, give it credit for. And I agree with you on 110% on the elbow too. Floyd Mayweather digs that elbow right underneath people's shins, and he hits them right in the Adam's apple, right in the throat, and that is very, very, very debilitating. That can cut off the airways. That does make it difficult to breathe, and he does do that a lot when people run up in his chest because he's uncomfortable with that, and he never gets warned for that. So it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. I mean, if you're going to be a little dirty yourself, expect it back. I'm not justifying what Maidana did, but I understand why he did what he did because it was coming back at him also. So Mayweather was not the angel.
Hey Beeb, get me get the list of the chat on the app ready. I'm gonna go ahead with the Blog Talk chat.
Okay, let me pop that open real quick. Hold on.
All right, I'm gonna start over here because I don't want to keep forgetting these guys. Shout out to Ari Gold, faithful listener, my boy. Even though I always think he's MV Chew when he calls in. Beast Modes, B Rich, Boxing MD, Kute, Dave the Sinister, Diehard Casual Fan, El Dude Boxing, Gabriel Marrero, Giving Quality, bunch of guests, always with the guests. You guys need to stop being lazy. Hamada UK, Hitting on the Break, Cam UK, KM Star, Letting Gifted Hands Go. Damn, that one makes me laugh. MK92Z, Noelta, what an asshole, Nothing for Something, Paul 87 Steel, Ringleader X Dank, Scotty 414, and Traraudio, and Zed. Beeb, what you got?
All right, I got Loyal Big Nick Green, as always. I got Philly. I got Nature King. I got Pine Tree LTD. I got Brigante. Let me see. Not a ton of people in here, but it is lively in here. There is a lot of back and forth. Jay Griff is another guy I got in here. And I think that may be it, actually. But right. I will say that there's a lot of dialogue between that group. It's not as lively as it normally is, but maybe they're all on the other one.
Hamada just said that there's too many trolls on the app on the app chat. That's why.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let me get to some.
Shout out to Nick Green too, man, because he keeps it live in there, and he kind of checks people, and I think people don't like being checked, so that's why they go to the other chat.
Okay, let's get to some callers here. 443. This might be Slug or Charm City. Who's this?
Yo, this is me, man. Our first time caller.
Oh, hold on, player. Let me get things ready for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut,
Bunny Hump the Tree Stump from Baltimore.
Bunny Hump the Tree Stump. So we got our first prank caller of the night.
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, what I'd like to say, man, is Maidana is a great fighter, man. And I think that the last fight was really cool, and I think he's going to train even better this fight. In my assumption, the fight is going to come about on this Saturday. He's going to lose. Floyd Mayweather is going to whip his ass. Very much. And I'm going to say to Ness, hey, let me get the friend there. That's the Slug, man. Look.
Slug, you a fucking asshole. Yo, you sound like you straight Jamaican and shit.
Oh, hey, thanks for keeping me in mind, man. When you went out to Cincinnati, too, man. I meant to hit you on Twitter about that too.
Yeah, no
but
doubt,
man, all
man.
these guys come on here and they angry about Floyd Mayweather in the lifestyle he lives. What they don't realize, man, that man came from nothing. He came from nothing to something, and they want to see this guy just lose everything in the blink of an eye. And first of all, ain't no fighter.
Slug,
like
you got some crazy feedback right now, brother. Sound like you're popping popcorn over there.
Sound better now? Well, all right, I'm going to end it for you real quick, man, because I know it don't sound all that well. I hope Mayweather rewrites his motherfucking ass. I'm going to end it with that. And, Beeb, I'd like to say what's up to you, my man. I'm out, y'all. Y'all be cool.
Oh, shit,
what's up, baby?
man. Damn, now I'm forced to talk about this. Let me tell you, I wasn't going to talk about this because I don't like what's been taking place, but I'm forced to talk about that now. Jesus. Beeb's still at work, huh? So, where is this at? Okay. Mayweather had said some things in the media about the Ray. What's that dude's name, Nelta?
Ray Rice.
Yeah, I don't know much about the football stuff, but he did put out a formal apology. He said, I was just getting the word from the people that there was a video out there. I didn't know because I'm training for a fight, Mayweather said, after the final news conference for his rematch with Mayweather-Maidana on Saturday night. If I offended anyone, I apologize. I didn't mean to offend anyone, and I apologize to the NFL and anyone else that got offended. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, and I don't condone that at all. So the point is that this guy...
You know what,
Excuse me?
Go ahead. No, I was going to say, nigga, go ahead.
No, go ahead. If you know more, because all I'm going to give them is a quote.
I was going to say, I'm offended at him apologizing. Fuck that, man. Just let it ride. I mean, everybody that's going to crucify you is going to crucify you anyway for what you said in the first fucking place.
Well,
they were talking about Floyd Mayweather about half an hour ago on fucking CNN, for fuck's sake.
Well, that's the point, and that's the only reason that I didn't mind talking about this is because they purposely did that. Why would you ask him about it? He's been convicted for it. Maybe not on the level of the knockout punch that this dude Ray threw, because I did see the video. That was fucking, yo, I don't know what she said, how she provoked that dude, but that right hand was serious. But again, they asked Mayweather purposely so they can get a sound bite out of him and make headlines and do this. They want to smear his name. The same reason that fucking Mike Tyson can't come on a television show and not get asked a question from something from 20 years ago. Fucking people are so spiteful. Their hate is ridiculous.
Yep. Exactly.
I mean, I don't understand it, man.
They had that dusty ass heifer Robin Givens on CNN the other day too.
Horrible, man. Let's get to some callers. 941, you're live. Who's this?
What's up, man? It's Cuba, man, from Bradenton, Florida.
What's up, Cuba? This your first time calling?
No, I called not too long ago. I told you I was Cuban. You told me I was like the second Cuban caller.
Okay,
I don't know
good.
If you remember that.
Cool. You know, I absolutely remember that. I just didn't want to let you go by if you were a first-time caller without the soundbite. But talk to us, brother. What's on your mind?
Chilling, man. Yeah, I called on a little bit later. I didn't see it from the beginning, man. But I was calling over for the Mayweather, of course, Mayweather-Maidana fight. But obviously, I know everybody's calling Mayweather this and that because he does the elbow thing. But let's just be real. I mean, the dude's got to fight, man. At the end of the day, it's a fight between me and you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is going to go down, it's going down. But I ain't losing, especially if I'm cutting $40, $50 million check. You know what I mean? And Maidana ain't like he's the cleanest fighter in the world. I don't have a preference between either one. I think Mayweather's going to win that one, regardless. And the fact about people thinking Garcia changing him or shit, you might as well, because before Garcia had him, he lost to what's his name, Alexander, and he was thinking about retiring, and now he's facing the best fighter in the game twice in a row. You know what I mean? Which he's only done once in his whole 46 fights. You know what I mean? Face somebody twice. So I think it's the best thing. I mean, I think if he straightens up that right hand, he can do some damage. But I think the best blows that will probably get in are the awkward ones, because Mayweather is so defensively, you know, minded, and he does it with his sleep. I'm sure he can close his eyes and just feel the wind and just be dodging everything. But them overhands, them crazy angles, and them uppercuts that come from you know what I'm saying, from the floor to the ceiling, I mean, those are the ones that are getting in. So I think he can do some damage there, you know, if he keeps up his stamina. Like, you know, I guess that's what they're working on, you know, making sure that he's been picking up his stamina. That way he can do, you know, rounds 1 through 4 all over again. You know what I'm saying? Just for 12 rounds, which would be tight. Another thing is the fights, man, with the pay-per-views. Some guy touched on it earlier. I mean, the last real pay-per-view fight that I couldn't wait to see was y'all remember Danny Garcia with Lucas Matisse and then Mayweather, and it was Canelo, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the end of the card for Canelo Mayweather.
Yeah, that was one of the best. That's probably the last good pay-per-view.
That's what I'm saying. Like, boxing, like, oh my God, they got so many things they can do, and it's just like, I know there's so many lines and ties and organizations and all that, but like, damn, like, I mean, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, hey, yo, we can do a 147 tournament. We get all the best guys in there, had them fight. We can do we're getting love now between Bob Arum and De La Hoya because Schaefer's gone. Bet that up. Why don't we do Showtime versus Golden Boy versus Top Rank? Run a bunch of them fights. You know what I'm saying? Or wait and list up a pay-per-view like something like, okay, I'd rather see Kirkland and your boy the dog, what's his name, Agulo. I'd rather see that. I'd rather Santa Cruz. I wish he would have fought Rigo. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine those 3 fights? There'll be those 3 nice fights right there. Boom, boom, boom. Half the people already fighting them. With the Mayweather fight would be the 3rd one. My bad. But boom, you got 3 right there. Like, anybody I would have paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna pay now. There's nothing but scrubs except for the Mayweather-Maidana fight. I don't give a damn about none of them. You know what I mean? But just that simple fact, you know, boom, I guarantee they could have doubled their sales in pay-per-view if they would have got Leo Santa Cruz and man up and fight Rigo, because Rigo, he called out Rigo, and Rigo was like, let's get it, and blah, 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 and all that went down. They could have made that fight happen for sure, especially since he was a free agent after the Cotio gym guy, whatever you hit him, knocked him out in the 1st round. And then, like, 2 bangers, what? The dog and Kirkland, I would have loved to see that fight. You know, them boys are just going to kill each other in there. And that would have sold 1 million pay-per-views. Or you could have saved the Broner and slide him back in there, because he ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? He really ain't. He's just a loudmouth. I understand he won 3 world titles. Yes. I understand this, but the dude can't fight moving backwards. That's why Chino Maidana whooped his ass, and I hope he ain't calling out Lucas Matisse. Lucas Matisse will drag him. So, I don't care what weight class, 140, 147, you drag him all day. So I hope he ain't calling for that fight. But that's the thing with boxing, man. They can set up so many tight ass. I mean, even if I know Keith Thurman got hurt, but I mean, so many good fights that can happen, and they just be slacking. They just be slacking. Like, if you give me 20 minutes, I'm sure I can run down a whole list of stuff that can probably be super doable, that can make mad money when you're talking about pay-per-view. Because pay-per-view ain't no bullshit, you know what I mean? You're spending $75 to see a night worth of fighting, which means you're staying in on a Saturday night. You're paying $75 when you could have went to the club and had a banging ass time for $75, just to be honest. And are you kidding me? Like, this is what we see. We see Leo versus Roman, like, get the fuck out of here. And you know, I like the Mayweather-Maidana, but the rest of it's garbage. And there's no way somebody can tell me otherwise. I love boxing. I watch it all the time, and it is what it is. But come on, man. They can do way better than that. Way better than that. There's so much more fights out there. There's so much more they can do. I hope with this little surprise Mayweather has, he's actually going to fight Pacquiao. That'd be a nice damn fight. Definitely want to see that. I hope he doesn't lose to Chris Algieri on points like Tim Bradley style first fight. But whatever, if they both come out and they both win and they both fight in May, I hope to God they put that right there. Can you imagine that fight right there and then a stack card underneath? Just 2, 3, 4 more fights underneath that. I mean, they would shatter any pay-per-view record ever. It'll break, Floyd Mayweather, De La Hoya plus Floyd Mayweather, Canelo, like, without a doubt. You know what I mean?
I agree, brother. I'm going to get to some other callers. We are on drive-by mode, but thanks for calling in. What was your official pick? What was your official pick?
I got Floyd Mayweather, 8-4 decision. Right. It's going to be unanimous.
All right. Let me get to some other callers. Jersey Sev, you're live. Jersey Sev. Jersey Sev. He gonna be mad. He gonna be texting me later talking about, yo, I messed up. Yo, wake up. All right. 602. Got a couple of 602s here. A lot of Arizona in the building, right? This AZ?
Yo, there's Nacho in the box.
What's up? Boxing heads, Nacho?
What's going on? Yeah.
What's up, baby?
What's going on?
Chilling, man.
I know you're going to in short time, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I just can't go against someone who hasn't lost, and I have to believe him if he says, he fought the fight he wanted the fans to see. So I'm just going to have to ride with the guy who can't be beat, apparently. So I just think the speed and the conditioning, Maidana may try all he wants, but if it goes past 8, he ain't going to be able to last again. So I commend him for trying to get the conditioning down, but Floyd just, it's taken me some years to come to this realization that Floyd's the best, and whether you dislike him because of his personal life or whatever stupid reason because he can't read or whatever, some dumb shit like that, that's your own personal reason. But that man in the squared circle, there's in my opinion, there's probably at this time no one better than him. So you just gotta bow down sometimes to the realist, and I think he's just gonna handle Maidana. And what I think he'll do is just, I don't know about dancing is the right word, but he'll just going to stay at a good distance and not let him even touch him this time. I really do believe it. I believe Mayweather will just stay out of the way and just hit him as much as he possibly can. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think Maidana threw almost 1,000 punches last time and only landed about 20% of them. So, if the same thing, I predict the same thing, maybe even less, like 15% or 10%, even at 1,000 punches, because I just think Mayweather is going to stay out of his way all night and not even attempt to try to, throw blows with him. Not that he did last time, but, I just think this time he's just, we hear about him and his health. So I just think he picked up his conditioning as well. I mean, it's not like Mayweather just went home and did nothing and it's not training himself. So I think he's just going to come in and make him look like a fool, to be honest. And I'd like Maidana too, but I think he's going to look like a fool just swinging the air all night.
Well, Nacho, thanks for calling in, but the rules. Sunday, you will have to eat your crow if Maidana wins, so you need to call in. Jersey Sev, what's up, brother?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Fuck yeah. All right. Well, everybody, don't fucking buy this fight. Please, don't fucking buy this fight. If you're a boxing fan and you care about the sport, do not fucking buy this damn fight. Because it's going to be
90
bad numbers
seconds.
anyway. It's going to be a bad fight anyway. Because Mayweather's going to win no matter what. Mayweather's going to win, and he's going to win more convincingly. And the ref's going to be on his side. He's not going to let Maidana fight his fight, which is the biggest downer and the biggest reason why this fight's going to suck. And he's just going to win by a bigger margin. And this is getting to be ridiculous. I'm sick of this bullshit. I want it to end. I want this fight
60
to do
seconds.
really bad numbers. So the next time we can get a real fucking Mayweather opponent. A real fucking opponent. I'm talking about Manny fucking Pacquiao. If he's not going to fight Manny Pacquiao, I don't even want to talk about Mayweather. Listen. I fucking call in every fucking show, almost every fucking show. I never talk about Floyd Mayweather because I fucking don't give a shit. His career don't mean nothing to me no more if he's not going to fight Manny Pacquiao. He might as well retire, hang him up, and go into the Hall of Fame in 4 years. Straight up, I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired of it. Same goes with Pacquiao. Same fucking goes with Pacquiao. Please fucking retire and go into the Hall of Fame if you're not going to fight Floyd. Because right now, both your careers don't matter. You guys are stinking up the fucking place. Move on so the new guys come in and we can get new stars.
Nelta?
No, I was just curious about the Pacquiao thing, but he pretty much answered it right there.
Well, all right,
I mean, what if
Seb.
Pacquiao loses to Algeria? Then who does Mayweather fight if Pacquiao loses to Algeria?
Well, that ain't this show because we still got a lot of callers. Seb, I'm placing you on hold. I'm gonna get to my next caller here. Nacho, is this still you or the other 602?
Oh, this is Nacho.
All right, let me get to someone else. 301.
Hey, I already called. I wanted to ask if how do you get into the YouTube chat?
The YouTube chat, just go like if you put in a comment, but everybody's at the Blog Talk chat. So you got to go to blogtalkradio.com/theboxingvoice. But it's probably closed already. They closed the chat at 10 o'clock. The show is still live, though. Let me get to some other callers. 818, you're live. Who's this?
What's up, guys? This is AB.
About billions.
So, just look, man, I'm hearing all these fans calling in and saying not to order the fight, right? I'm sorry, but you guys are not hardcore boxing fans. You guys are casual fans. Look, I understand, Mayweather could fight a better opponent, okay? But he fought Canelo Alvarez, possibly one of the best 154-pounders out there, and dominated a guy that was 20 pounds heavier than him. Yeah, I mean, Mayweather, it's not only about Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, he can fight Tim Bradley, he can fight Thurman. But, I mean, look, Maidana did better than Alvarez did. So this was like, the first time that Mayweather has had a cut in his whole career, you know? So, I mean, what is this thing? Like, I'm not gonna watch the fight. Like, look, if I see top 5 ranked guys fighting, I'm gonna order the fight, you know? So I don't see what the whole boycott thing is about. That just like, I'm kind of baffles me that the one guy that actually cut Mayweather and won 4 rounds on a lot of people's scorecards, this is let's boycott the fight. And then regarding Maidana with the conditioning, he's training with Mikey Garcia, and here's the problem. Mikey Garcia isn't going to push him like Mayweather is. So when you have a guy like Mayweather trying to hit you, it's going to tire you out. So if you go all out, it doesn't matter how hard you train. Boxing, it's not amateur boxing. You can't go all out 3-4 rounds. You're going to get tired. So I just don't think Maidana could train and make his conditioning a lot better, because when you have a guy like Mayweather coming after you and you go all out, you're going to get tired again in 4 rounds. So, regarding the praise that Mayweather receives, or if he doesn't receive, I actually think he receives a lot of praise. I mean, what, he won Boxer of the Year, 3 times in a row? Right?
Yep.
So, I mean, I think he plays the victim a lot by saying, I mean, yeah, I know he has a lot of haters and everything, but I think Mayweather does play the victim card a lot by saying, he's fighting the fans, it's fighting, the media. I mean, come on, dude, you got Boxer of the Year award 3 times in a row, and yeah, I mean, this could be a better pay-per-view card. I think there's a lot of HBO fights and Showtime cards that are better than a lot of pay-per-view cards nowadays, I think the Golovkin-Rubio card with the undercard is going to be better than the Mayweather-Maidana card. Kovalev-Hopkins, that's a better fight than a lot of pay-per-view fights. But I don't know. I don't see what the whole thing about boycotting the fight and not watching it, because he's fighting a guy that won 4 rounds. I mean, do you see the logic in that? I mean, I understand if it's a financial issue, I don't have money, but to say like this is a BS opponent, I mean.
Well, for me,
I mean, to me, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna play some on hold so we can get to some other callers, but we'll both answer it. For me, again, I don't believe in boycotts. I'm addicted to this sport, man. I mean, I'm on this show like fucking 9-10 hours a week, so you know, I wouldn't be. I can't wait till next week. I can't believe that other caller said he's gonna wait till next week. I would go. Listen, Twitter would ruin it for me if I tried to wait till next week. So nah, I don't believe in boycotts.
Yeah, same here, man. Just, like, I don't know, all the boycott stuff, it, like, pretty much started with Bob Arum. He was the one that initially said, oh, boycott Floyd's fight and all this and that. But nobody wanted to say that about Pacquiao's fights. I mean, Seth did today, to his credit. But most people, it's always hate directed at Floyd. And it's, it's bullshit to me. But, I mean, yeah, I buy everything, man. I buy Latin Fury and Pinoy Pride and fucking Segura Calderon, too.
Yo, your girl must hate you. But let's move on.
It's me, Mario.
What up?
What's going on,
Am I on?
brother?
Oh, that's my cue right there. Look, you know what? I was gonna come on and like try to be like the adult and just be like, hey, let me plug some Boxing Voice shit from the website. Let me talk about the videos, but this got me fucked up. All right, look. I see what you said earlier, Ness, about being brave enough to boycott and to do all that stuff. Like, that's what I'm saying. It is brave to me. I can't do it. Like, there's no way in a million years. I mean, I thought that Pacquiao and Rios was bullshit. Like, I thought so much stuff was bullshit. But, like, I can't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do it. I can't cut my Showtime subscription. I can't cut my HBO subscription. Like, I just can't. But it's like, why do it? Because of this shit. Like, Maidana Mayweather is the very rare exception, guys. Like, this is a rare exception. But we got played out, though. This is Maidana. Like, let's be real. Like, this dude, look, if Maidana beats Mayweather, is he a Hall of Famer? No. If Maidana loses to Mayweather, it's not even a question. It's about the fact that Pacquiao is talking about, and Arum is saying he's running out of opponents. They didn't run out of opponents. They won't fight each other. Like, we as a boxing community, because that's what we are. And let me get this straight. Any person that calls into this show, any person that's listening on these airwaves is a hardcore, no matter what. I mean, at the end of the day, there are degrees of hardcore, but this is what we have to do, guys. Like, this is what we should do. We should fucking boycott. We should protest. We should do all these things. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a hypocrite because I'm not going to join in because I'm going to watch it, but that's what we should do, guys, because we can't do shit else. Jim Lampley challenged all of our asses 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, right? He said fucking all this bullshit with promotional wars and network wars. It was enough. And he fucking sat there on the airwaves 5 seconds before that bitch closed out, and he fucking looked into that camera, and he was talking to everybody listening, my ass included. He was saying if we wanted to do something, we had to fucking, band together. But that's what it's about because, look, the NFL doesn't need its fans. The NBA doesn't need its fans. The MLB doesn't need its fans. These people shit on us, guys. Like, these people fucking shit on us. They don't care what we have to say. They don't care what we do because they know that the motherfucker that's, at the club on Friday night fights and who's not going to watch the Fox Sports tonight, that motherfucker's going to buy Floyd Mayweather fights. He's going to buy Pacquiao fights because he's a fake-ass fan. We have to do that kind of stuff. We do, but, no one's going to fucking do it, right? Like, I mean, it's the same shit I just said. I'm not going to do it, and, I shouldn't expect anyone else, but that's really all I wanted to say. And I want to say good job on the Kid Chocolate. If anybody hasn't seen or heard Ness's Kid Chocolate interview, that shit is scary for real. I think there's a storm coming. It's like a mutiny.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. I mean, we're going to have a lot. Definitely Heyman has something in store. But, Mario, thanks for calling in. And like Mario, I'm the same way, brother. I can't. I have to. Like, yo, somebody is inviting me to the theater to watch it. And I said, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I never seen it at a theater. And I searched it. and I found one close to my house, and then I said to myself, wait, I can't pause this shit? I ain't gonna be able to like go get some food in the middle of the fight? Like, nah, I need my rewind button, man. And I can't be searching for streams. Fuck all that craziness. Let me see. I think, did we go to 8-3? I think we went to 818. Nel, do you remember we went to 818?
Yeah, I think you went to at least one 818 earlier. Is it more than one?
Were you on already, sir? Or ma'am?
Yeah, this is AB. I was
Okay.
I was on. Yeah, I was just
All right,
talking about
let me get to these last couple of last callers. 831, you're live.
Yo.
What's up,
Hello?
brother? What's up?
It's Jay. What's up? It's the dude right from Canada. What's going on, fellas?
El dude.
Hey, man, I'm on prepaid phone. You know, I got Ms. Jackson on the rebound. She's expensive. Been holding it for a long time. Now, I'll keep it short and sweet, man. I got Maidana by TKO in the 10th round. Floyd Mayweather, you know, he's downhill, bro. He's not what he used to be. He's aging. He's complaining. He's crying. He's making excuses from the gloves all the way from where he wants to fight and who's going to referee. You know what I mean? I got Maidana, man. He's going to shock the world. Do not boycott history. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And on the fight cards for tonight, you know what I mean? I usually watch my fights in when it's Fox. I usually watch it on Fox Deportes, so I'm tuning in late. So I got a DVR. But anyways, man, I love your show. Always got your back. I'm going to the fight. I got some mediocre seats, but I'm going to the fight. If anybody's gonna be out there after party, what's up? Let me know.
Yo, El Dude.
All right, fellas.
El Dude, reach out to Vic, man. Reach out to Vic. He's out there, and Uli's out there. And I think maybe James is going to be out there. But definitely two of the Boxing Voice heads are going to be out there, man. Definitely reach out to Vic, okay?
Okay, I'll let him know. All right, fellas,
brother.
have a good one.
You too.
Keep it up.
602, you're live.
Yo, what's up, Nash? This
What's
is
up?
Edgar. I'm a first-time caller.
Uh-oh. Damn, we got a lot of first-time calls today.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Yo, so I usually pick with my brain when it comes to fights, but I'm going to go with my heart. I'm going to go with Maidana. He has to get him out by the 8th round. If not, it's on Mayweather. He ain't winning it by points or nothing. I just see it like Mayweather. I see he needs to stop that shoulder roll, because when he uses that shoulder roll, he gets kind of stagnant and lets Maidana come in. So I think he's going to box him like he did Canelo, use his legs more and be able to move around the ring more and make Maidana chase him. So
man, I hope
I'm going Maidana, TKO before the 8th.
Well, all right, brother. I'm going to get to some other callers, but I hope that you're wrong that he doesn't run, man. Please don't make it. If this looks like Canelo, I'm going to be so mad. Listen, $75 is a lot of fucking money to me right now. I'm going to be mad.
Wait, if it looks like Canelo, in what way, though?
12-0, 11-1.
I got you. Just like dominant performance.
And not being able to get touched. Like, if he wins every round, but they're competitive rounds, I'm happy. But don't blanket him. I don't want a blanket, dog. I can't take that. I can't take another blanket.
Yeah, I think it will be, man. Maidana's not the type like Alvarez to just like, get discouraged and look like a schoolboy getting picked on.
And again, I hope that both of you guys are right, because I want to fight, dude. Do you imagine how long it would be? I don't know. Somebody just called in. I think it was Mario that said that craziness. If Maidana beats Mayweather, he's absolutely a Hall of Famer. Oh, absolutely. Why wouldn't you be? You're the first dude to beat Floyd Mayweather. Like, what else do you need to do?
If you look at that, yeah, if people want to give Rigondeaux all kinds of credit for the air, you got to give Maidana way more credit for Mayweather. Like that.
Tell me about it.
And Maidana's had a pretty nasty resume too the last few years.
Yo, if I was Maidana, I would fucking beat Mayweather and then fight Broner. Get that easy rematch out the way on pay-per-view, then come back and fight Mayweather. Make him mad a little bit. Man,
Yeah, same here, man.
Let me see. 503, you're live. Who's this?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Jose from Lower Oregon.
Jose, what up?
Hey, hey, what up, man? Hey, what's up, Melta? What's up, Ness? Hey, what's up, man? So I wanted to talk about. I'm still on the fence about the whole pay-per-view fight. I know the day of the fight, I'm gonna be itching to push buy on that DirecTV. But I'm still on the fence. I'm probably end up gonna buy it, but I think Mayweather's gonna win. This time, last time I picked Maidana, but I think this time, I feel like now that Mayweather events, like every time he fights, he's gonna win. Like there's no, the only way to beat him is gonna be by knockout. And Maidana can and will be able to knock him out. But we'll see. But and also I wanted to talk about. Did you guys see the last press conference with Maidana and Mayweather?
Yeah.
Hey, did you notice that pretty cool suit on Maidana?
The
that
tiger,
like alligator, alligator skin or some shit.
It looked like leopard
or
tiger.
Yeah, dude, that's some like cartel shit, dude. That shit was really cool. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. But anyways, that's all I got, man.
It's funny that you say that because my wife was watching All Access and she said she thinks he has a stylist, and I believe that too because after the win. Just matter of fact, from the beginning of the build-up for this fight, he's never. Well, actually, maybe he started it with the Broner thing, right? But he looks cool. Like he dresses cool now. That's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. We have come to an end for tonight's show. It's looking that way. So we'll leave you with this.
No fighter is invulnerable. Was this a reminder? Or an omen? For years, Floyd Mayweather was considered unsolvable.
So easy.
Marcos Maidana,
Eso.
inscrutable.
Me lo vas a matar, Chino.
But mystery and awe dissipate over the course of 12 rounds.
Everybody look good in the gym. I look good under the lights when it comes.
These two know each other.
La primera fue muy cerrada y me faltó un poquito más para ganar.
Oh, you think you won because you won 3 rounds? You know you lost. There's a difference between A-level fighters and B-level fighters.
Come on, number 47.
I can make adjustments always. I kick for a living. This is what I do.
The figuring is done. Just the fighting remains. Maidana, underestimated. Mayweather, undefeated. For one of them, it will never be that way again. The fight is 1 week away.
If that could just come true. I want to remind everyone the Floyd Mayweather Jr. signed autograph glove. Remember to head on over to theboxingvoice.com. Click on the donate button. $1.40 gets you in the running for the glove. No limited entries. So as many times as you want. 40 cents goes to PayPal, of course, because they're crooks. And the dollar goes to buy more gloves to get them signed. Nelta, any closing thoughts before I leave out?
Just man, I pretty much agree with you. It seems like with a lot of these fights in terms of prediction.
So you're going Maidana?
What was it? Say what?
You're going Maidana?
I don't know, man. I've been waffling back and forth between Floyd and Maidana. I even said on the coalition that I might wind up picking Maidana. I don't know. I like both of them too much, man. I really don't care either way who wins.
Yeah,
I'd like to see either one.
I can't say I don't care who wins because I definitely think I don't know nothing besides the fact that we've never seen him lose. So I want to see what that world looks like. I want to see what the world with Maidana as the champion, as the guy to dethrone Floyd. I want to see what that world looks like. I'm tired of this world already.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. I've been wanting Mayweather and Pacquiao pretty much to both get knocked off for a long time, in terms of, like, part of me it has anyway. And, just to be done with that stupidness and that bullshit-ass era. Yeah, man, Maidana, I'm a fan of his though, so I wouldn't mind seeing him take it. I wouldn't mind seeing a rubber match if he were to take it, or however it goes. And I could see some serious shit going down, man. I think it's gonna be a battle of stamina. It's gonna be a battle of stamina. Whoever has the better stamina is gonna win it. I'd say, because it's the way the styles match up. Maidana's gonna be in Floyd's face all night until Floyd either gets him out of there or until the final goes.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I want to remind everyone again, I can't say it enough, and the reason is, you guys know I finished building this house, so like I got the time that I got on my hands, I'd rather spend it with you guys, whenever my wife's not around, so I do a lot of spontaneous shows. I'm trying to pick up the pace on that. Your suggestions on different shows, continue to send them in. Some of them, I'm not the history guy. If you want that, address the email to Beeb, because that's his thing. I don't, maybe he'll come on with Nelta and they'll do some fucking old time snoozer shit and put you to sleep about some dudes you never heard of that, got a bunch of good records from when your grandfather was just 10 years old. See, I don't give a fuck about all that shit. And I know I'll probably get a bunch of tweets about that. Oh, you don't care about history. So fucking what? I'm here in the now. Now is Maidana, Floyd Mayweather. So you already know. Download the app and make sure you follow us on Blog Talk, because I want to really do a show maybe Friday, which is tomorrow, or Saturday early afternoon if we could come up. Maybe the weigh-in gives us some dynamite. We could do a fucking weigh-in review show. Who knows, man? This is
boxing.
They
still haven't signed the contract yet for the gloves, supposedly. So
yeah, but no, Leonard Ellerbe made that completely evident that they're going to use the power lock gloves, and the fact that it was going to be 10 or 8 ounces was resolved today, so it's 8 ounces already. So there shouldn't be any problems.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even outside of that, you never know if Floyd Mayweather would say that the custom ones are, he doesn't approve or whatever, just to fuck with him.
And this is
I could definitely see something like that.
This is the exact same reason that I'm ready for him to lose, because look, I understand it was done to him. I understand you're the A side, you make the concessions, but at what point?
Well, it wasn't done to him. People, they say that the De La Hoya Mayweather thing, he had to fight 10 ounce gloves against De La Hoya because it was 154. 154 and up is 10 ounce. 147 and under is 8 ounce. Period.
There you go.
So Floyd doing that shit to Maidana is straight up bullshit from his side. He's doing some diva shit. The way some people complain about other people doing diva shit. The way I've complained about Cotto and Pacquiao doing diva shit. So,
and that's exactly.
Divas need to step the fuck down.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I'm tired of his bitch-made ways. Like, I love that you're so great, that you make it look so easy. I love that you're arrogant and cocky, but those bitch-made ways, I can't fuck with that. I hate that he always had Cortez. I hate that he, gets everything like, yo, just let a nigga fight you. That's it. Let him fight you. Isn't that what it's about? Yep. Damn, we got one caller. I think we got 2 callers that just popped on. No, 1 caller. Skype, you're live. Hello?
Yo.
Oh, you can hear me. It's Bruce, man. What's up, man?
Bruce, what up?
What up, man? What up, Nota?
What up?
So what next? You picking Maidana?
I'm going with the heart, man. I'm going with the heart. Fuck it. Yo, this year has been so bad for me, it wouldn't even matter if I got another one wrong.
I tell you what, man. I think this will probably be the easiest bet I'll ever do, man. I wanna challenge you, man. The winner.
I'm not
get
taking
some
no bet.
boxing. No. Come on, don't try it, man. Yeah, if you stick it with your bet, you go all out.
Hell no. Listen,
yeah, I'll
I'm
make it
telling
easier
you.
for you.
I'm telling you that I'm picking him based on heart, man. I'm not picking him on. I'm on my heart. I'm not picking him for any other reason. Why would I put money on him?
That's you copy that, man.
Hey, man. Roos is looking for a bet,
so
guys. For anybody that wants to call in and give him a bet, because he ain't going to get me. I don't got dummy on my forehead.
No, I'll just fuck you with you anyway, man. Anyway, I'll go Floyd, man. I think, I think Floyd's going to stop him maybe 8th or 9th round.
Yo, I've been doing this show for 3 years, and people been calling in saying Floyd gonna stop somebody that long. Like, stop, man. He ain't stopping nothing. Motherfucker can't stop traffic.
Hold on. But people also been saying Floyd's gonna lose.
But what we know is he can't knock you out, man. As accurate as he is.
We don't know.
Yo, as accurate as he is, he should have been knocking fools out, but he clearly can't punch.
I hear that.
Yo, but before we go, man,
for
for all the archive listeners, man, jackass of the fucking day goes to that Canadian reporter. Thanks, Canada. Fucking asshole. I hate when motherfuckers gotta fuck with our sport.
Yeah, but that's all I got, man. But I'm looking forward to the fight anyway. You know, like I say, the boxing has been shit the whole year, so, you know, just you gotta take whatever boxing you're gonna get this year. You know, you can't wait a whole year saying, no, I'm not gonna watch this or I'm not gonna buy the card. And, you know, just, you know, watch it and enjoy it, man.
Exactly. Enjoy it.
Try to at least.
Absolutely. Bruce, I'm going to go ahead and place you on hold, man. We're going to get out of here. We're going to leave you out with this. Hey, guys, I just want to send a special thank you to all of you guys that are listening to the Boxing Voice and downloading us on iTunes, rating us 5 stars. We would like you to continue to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at the Boxing Voice, and for anybody interested in writing for the site, you can definitely do so by shooting us an email over at THEVOXINGVOICE@yahoo.com. Address your email to Victor Salazar. He's the editor-in-chief. Send something over that he can read. If he likes what he reads, you're part of the team. And remember, leave a 5-star review. You're already part of the team. Later, guys. Until next episode.
Thank you for using Blog